fluctuates because,
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody can lose their country status?
No, well, yeah. Then Sudan becomes. Then all of a sudden there's a South Sudan.
Yeah, some of them are territories.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to find one.
I did this during
That's a territory.
During what?
during COVID, before COVID. I did this task, try to memorize every country, just to make sure I didn't have Alzheimer's. And my doctor said to me when he found out I knew him, he goes, "It just means you don't have it now. That's all it means." And I said, "Oh well,
Does that make you feel better?
You're a breath of fresh air."
What about Papua New Guinea?
Good. That's a good one because that's a little freaky one. Port Moresby.
That's correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the way to walk it off.
Well, by the way, it's not a freaky country. I don't want to. Anyone from Papua New Guinea watching.
They're not a territory of anyone. That's what.
Yeah.
There goes that Papua New Guinea fan base for you on Running
still got
Point.
one
That's
wrong,
out the gate.
Yeah.
There it goes. Netflix is going to count it against you. Ray Romano here on The Rich Eisen Show to wrap it up, everybody. Watch Running Point on Netflix right now. In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is just driving the kids to soccer practice. Make every day feel epic in an all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Because when you're hauling kids, gear, snacks, and backpacks, space matters. And so does comfort. Just make sure they keep their cleats off the seats. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details. Rich Eisen here. Running a small business means every hire matters. A bad hire costs time and money, but the right one helps your business grow. The challenge? Finding that person without sorting through resumes. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates so you can focus on conversations with qualified talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. In area high school baseball yesterday, Tarboro shut out Kinston 18-0. It was Aiden Grifton over Northside Pinetown 8-2. Parrott Academy beat John Paul II 10-3. On the softball side, it was JP2 returning the favor by beating Parrott Academy 10-4, and CB Aycock shut out Aiden Grifton 16-0. There will be a ton of schools in action today. Coastal Christian will host John Paul II. Martin County will travel to Hertford County. Number 1 D.H. Conley will host Jacksonville. White Oak will travel to 12th ranked South Central. 18th ranked Rose will travel to New Bern. It'll be Eastern Wayne at Washington. Bedingfield will host Green Central. Southwest Edgecombe will travel to West Craven. And Farmville Central will host Aiden Grifton. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, showcasing world-class entertainment and delivering exceptional experiences for every guest. Visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com for more information.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville has the best deal ever on Ram trucks. During the Declaration of Deals sales event, get a special finance rate of 2.9% that can be used with already fantastic factory rebates. For example, you can choose up to $11,000 off and 2.9% for 72 months, or get $5,000 off with 0% for 60 months. So if you've been thinking about a new Ram truck, now is the time at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. And how about the 26 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Save up to $6,000 on America's most awarded SUV, or lease a new Grand Cherokee for only $429 per month. Or take the top off and enjoy the sun with a 2026 Jeep Wrangler. Save up to $7,000 on a 26 Jeep Wrangler, or lease one for only $329 per month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, and $39.99 due at signing. Tax, tags, and $8.99 admin fee not included.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Line drive into right center field. Burris around third. He'll tie the game. Herring gets to third base. RBI single by Austin Irby.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are Pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Conde hit, driven back, ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the First Flight Credit Union Studios. And we welcome you into a big show today. A lot of guests to get to, a lot of conversations to have, a lot of sports topics to hit. And we'll do it all in the next 3 hours right here on Pirate Radio Live on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. Online, PR927fm.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app powered by Carolina Caliber. You can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Had a fun day with the chatters yesterday. Let's keep that rolling for another day. How you feeling about Pirates and Pack coming up tonight? How you feeling about the playoffs, NBA, NHL? Always a good time to talk Pirate football. So whatever is on your mind, you can bring it up to us, and we'll discuss it here on Pirate Radio Live. We got a lot of guests to get to. DG, David Glenn, will join us coming up to preview East Carolina, NC State. Pirates playing better than the Pack right now, and we'll get David's thoughts on the game coming up tonight in Raleigh. Also, talk a little portal as well when it comes to the in-state ACC schools. We'll get a basketball update, and we'll talk some Hurricanes hockey with David Glenn. Brian Bailey joins us coming up an hour from now, as we'll talk about what's going on here locally and beyond in the world of sports. We'll talk to former Pirate Mike Wright, who got a rookie free agent deal with the Seattle Seahawks. Also, Sam Dankah is heading to Broncos rookie mini camp. We'll talk to Sam coming up on the show at 5 o'clock. We've got some baseball talk in hour 3 with Brandon Manning and some football talk in hour 3 with Bryce Williams. So we got all that and you coming up on the program today. Shirley Rhodes is here. Intern Zach is graduating soon. He's already got a job lined up. And usually with senioritis, you let the foot off the gas and barely do anything. Instead, we're making him work a full day here at Pirate Radio. So he is working hard right now. getting our recorded videos ready to go, handling the live videos. So we appreciate his efforts. And we are joined on the Turner Home Team live line. If you're looking to sell your house fast without making any repairs, the Turner Home Team is the team for you. And Mike Mullis joins us on that Turner Home Team live line. What's up, Mully?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I am doing great and looking forward to a baseball game going on in Raleigh because the Pirates are playing well. And with all the injuries, and we've had some on the offensive side, the ones on the pitching side have certainly hampered the Pirates, Mully. But when you're scoring double-digit runs a game, it really doesn't matter. And the Pirates have been able to do that in their 4 straight games last week with the 4-0 record. So let's talk about the Pirate bats, Mully. What's kind of been the difference in the last week compared to maybe some games where they struggled?
No, man, I think the adjustment in the approach has been obviously measurable, noticeable, obvious, whatever words you want to use there. Balls just hit all over the place. And, you know, when you stay within an approach and you have a plan, you live within that plan, it just makes the offense flow better. And that's kind of regardless of whatever sport you're playing. But, you know, you saw a number of 2-out hits. Extending innings, you've seen balls hit out of the park, off the bats of guys that don't normally hit balls out of the park. So, man, it's been a fun 4-game stretch for sure, and I'm sure that the Pirates look forward to getting back at it with State, who kind of came in and rubbed their nose in it a little bit last time at Clark LeClaire Stadium with the 5 freshmen on the mound. So. Yeah, it's been a huge turn of events for this Pirate offense.
And Mully, you know, in the past, we did it after like 2 weeks. You know, who's the Pirates MVP? And it was not a year-end award. It was hey, as of right now. We can have that discussion now, and just I'll throw out a name, you know, Davin Whitaker, because he has been pretty solid the entire season, right? And he has been huge for this team. And I know last week, Mully, you wanted to see more power numbers for the Pirates, and he certainly is one of those guys that provided it last week.
Yeah, David's been good. I don't know if you're talking offensive MVP. I don't know how you look past Jack Herring, the SEC Player of the Week, and then if you want to look on the other side, you look at the AAC Pitcher of the Week and what Joseph Webb has done to solidify that bullpen. So, I mean, contributions from everywhere. You've got, you know what, Walker Barron with a big weekend, couple home runs in there. Obviously, again, Whitaker. And I mean,
where's Jeff Sabater kind of come from? He's coming on too, right?
Sabater has certainly been hot in streaks. You've had, you know, Burris just continues to play so well, and he's had, you know, a few more over games that we have seen him in his time last year. But man, he ends the weekend with a solid offensive performance and just a rock there at second base. So, I mean, performance from Parham at short, and then, you know, they give him Sunday, and you get Lashley, and Lashley has a couple knocks, and man, it's contagious. It's all, you know, it's good and bad. It's all contagious, and right now the Pirates are they're on a heater. They're feeling it, and just going to be interesting tonight to see if they can extend it, you know, into an ACC opponent that is kind of a caged, cornered animal right now. They're kind of on the other end of this thing. They're trying to figure out what the path to the postseason looks like for the Pack. So I fully expect this thing tonight to be a spirited game.
And Mully, you know, certainly guys can get hot and carry it over from game to game, week to week, series to series. But I did ask Cliff a few weeks ago, you know, did you carry momentum from last night into today? And he said, you know, every game's different. You got a different pitcher, you know, sometimes a different lineup, different weather, whatever. But every game is its own entity. So having said that, you know, all the great success of last week could go out the window with a bad performance tonight. The first time around, Mully, I mean, NC State is not that many runs better than ECU, right? I mean, you got to hope that was an anomaly the first time these two met, and it was a 10-3 game, and I think the Pirates scored late in that game, if I'm not mistaken, right? So how about this time around, Mully? You said a spirited game. Does that mean a closer game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It's going to look. It's largely dependent, as most midweek games are. It's going to be dependent upon the pitching, and you get what you can out of your starters on both sides, and So, but I think it'll be more competitive. And listen, I hear what Coach Guy was saying about each game is its own entity, and I mean, you even boil it down to each pitch has its own life and all these things. And that's the way you digest a long season. But if we look back to a couple years ago when a East Carolina team stumbled out of the box and then manages to put together a 25-game winning streak, that certainly is momentum translating day to day. So I think when it's positive, you want that momentum to roll forward. You want to continue to feel that success and the confidence that comes with success. When it doesn't go so well, you want to put it in a box and put a bow on it and throw it in the trash and try to just start over. So I think the momentum question, I think it goes both ways, Clip. Right now, the Pirates are certainly riding a high, and that can do nothing but make them more confident.
Mike Mullis joining us. He will not be on the call tonight for a road game. You'll be what are you doing tonight, Mully? You going to be watching it somewhere?
Yeah, no, I'm actually in Raleigh now, or almost actually the campus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we are BDALS 723 Foundation. We are presenting an ALS patient with a mobility chair for Permobil tonight. So we've been working on this for a while. Actually had plans to try to do it in Greenville, had some logistical challenges. But we have a NC State graduate that is currently, not too long ago, been diagnosed with ALS and is going through treatments and all the things that are. But we were able to pull the funds together to donate her a mobility chair that will greatly enhance her quality of life. And so that's the biggest reason I'm up here, man.
Awesome.
Is to be part of this. And yeah, man, I'm really fired up to be given this opportunity. And, the folks at State have been great to work with, and we look forward to being impactful to this young lady and her family and several more families down the road.
That's awesome, Mully. Mike Mullis joining us on the Turner Home Team Live line. Mully, you're deep in the baseball world. I was going to ask you if you knew Elliot Avent had a relationship, but before I get to that question, I'm looking at his Wikipedia page. Now, people can put anything up here, and it can be incorrect, but I'm just going to read this. Elliot Avent attended North Carolina State, had intentions of playing college baseball for the Pac, but when he saw the way Sammy Esposito treated other players Avent considered better than him, he decided not to try out for the team. He left NC State about 20 credits away from a degree in order to focus on a career as a coach. Do you know anything about this story?
Yeah, so ironically, Coach Avent is from Nash or Edgecombe County, the Red Oak area, if I'm not mistaken, which is where my father-in-law grew up. So they had crossed paths. There's a little bit of an age difference there. My father-in-law is just a few years older. But, the story with Coach Avent and his path to becoming the head coach is one that's certainly non-traditional, but a guy that's kind of hung around and, kind of fashions himself as a player's coach, which I think is fair. His guys love him. I mean, listen, let's face it, the job that they've been able to do at NC State with the facilities that they've dealt with, they've got some significant upgrades going on now. But with the facilities and all that they've dealt with there and the product they've still been able to put out on the field, they certainly have done some things right. So all the respect in the world for Coach Avent. He's a character, but a guy that again, he is the NC State baseball program.
Mike Mullis joining us, Turner Home Team Live line. Man, Clayton McCullough just looks like a manager, Mully, and unfortunately they lost last night in the bottom of the ninth, had a chance to beat the Dodgers, but I saw a pretty awesome moment, and I'll send this to you if you haven't seen it. Did you see when Shohei went up to bat and acknowledged McCullough, and then what happened when Shohei got to first? Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I did. That's cool.
So McCullough and Shohei, I guess, had a little headbutt thing they did. And Shohei, I think, walked. No, he had a single. Headbutted his first base coach, which was the old move with McCullough when he was there. And the look from McCullough in the dugout, of course, he was chuckling, but it was a look of, man, you're doing that with somebody else now? And just the respect from the greatest baseball player in the world to old Clayton McCullough was pretty cool last night.
Yeah, it was. You're right. It looked like he saw, his ex.
Yeah.
But also the interesting piece there too is Norby playing first base, and Norby kind of looks around like he knows that something is.
I didn't even pick up that part of the video. I got to go watch it again now.
Yeah, he just kind of looks around like, it's you catch him very quickly. But yeah, you're right, man. Cool video and such great things that Clayton's done. I had a chance to actually Saturday. We didn't call the game, so I was out there as a fan and saw Clayton's dad, Howard McCullough, Coach McCullough, got a chance to speak with him for a little while. Just a great family, first and foremost, and secondary to that, a great baseball family.
And, man, it's like I started following the Premier League about 10 years ago. Zach, you follow it closer than I. I swear they fire coaches way quicker than they do over here in America. But this Major League Baseball season's reminded me of that because we are, less than a month into the season. The Red Sox fired everybody, Mully, and then today the struggling Phils fired Rob Thompson as their manager. So very early in the season to be seeing these big moves.
Yeah, no, the Cora thing, I watched it. I don't know if you saw they've got that Netflix special out, and it's actually a little bit older. But watching, it seemed to me like the Red Sox had a plan, and they knew it was going to take. This would be like the third or maybe fourth year, and it seemed like they knew that this was part of the process. Like this thing isn't going to turn overnight. But apparently, the GM didn't get the message, and he made a pretty quick decision, and to make that change. And again, like you said, not only Cora, but when you're letting a Red Sox legend like Jason Varitek leave as well. I mean, it was just it seemed to be a rash decision. I don't think any of those guys will have a problem finding a job. Wouldn't surprise me to see them all turn up with the Phillies, but they, a quick acts for sure.
Braves kicking butt in the NL East, and they are already 10.5 games up on the Phillies and the Mets, and just the booing going on in New York warms my heart, Mully. The Red Sox, Phillies, Mets. I saw a list today of early All-Stars, players to watch, and major disappointments for each position in Major League Baseball, and just about all the disappointments were either Red Sox, Phillies, or Mets players.
The Mets, it is the proverbial train wreck. You just cannot help but look, and it is amazingly bad. And it's kind of proof that talent only goes but so far.
Yeah.
That whole situation is just, when you look at the payroll and when you look at all the factors together, it's truly, it is just an absolute dumpster fire.
Do you know who leads the league in home runs currently, Mully?
This is obviously a trick question.
I'll tell you.
I don't. Go ahead.
Aaron Judge has 11, Alvarez 11, James Wood 10. Okay, those are. But the player with 12 home runs, and you probably don't know it because he plays for the White Sox, and I don't know how long they'll be able to keep him there. Munetaka Murakami has 12 home runs. He homers in just about every game, and he is the new. Remember Godzilla for the Yankees in the 90s? He is crushing the ball right now. But again, he's playing for Chicago in front of small crowds. They're not winning a lot of games. They are 12-17, but he has 12 home runs already this season.
the other numbers are pretty impressive, but 12 home runs is, you're right. That's, what are we, about 30
games. Yeah, 29 games.
Say 31 games. Okay, 30-ish games in, and that's getting done at a pretty good clip. That's impressive.
You just we'll see if a team like Chicago can keep a guy. You just worry about him being a Dodger or a Yankee in a few years.
Yeah, well, I think first we probably need to learn how to correctly pronounce his name.
I know, and I apologize for that. I got to get to know him.
I'm right there with you because I quite honestly, I still don't know who you're talking about.
I might be making it up for all you know. All right, Mully, man. You got a prediction? I saw the total. Zach had it earlier for me. What's the total you think tonight runs? ECU, NC State?
12.
14 and a half, Mully. So they're thinking some runs tonight.
Wow. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
The pitching plan is going to be interesting, and I know that obviously, Moran probably won't go more than a couple. If they can get him out there a little bit longer, they'll be thrilled to do so. And then where do they go from there? I'm sure. Do we see Joseph Webb tonight? That dude has been incredible. Even by Danny Bill standards, Joseph Webb has been incredible. So, yeah, I don't know. That seems like a big number, but again, man, it's midweek college baseball, so certainly anything is possible.
All right, Mully, man. Appreciate you.
Talk to you very soon, buddy.
Yes, sir. There is Mike Mullis joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line. We'll get a break in. Still to come here, hour number one. David Glenn, more on ECU, NC State. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this. Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate Nation! It's your Pirate Cyclist Tony, inviting you to join us in Greenville's 21st Annual Ride of Silence on May 20th at 6 p.m. starting from the Greenville Bicycle Company located on Clark Street. This ride honors cyclists who have been involved in accidents in the past year while riding their bikes. The ride will be a slow 10-mile event with a police escort, and riders are required to wear helmets. For more information, please visit the Greenville Bicycle Company Facebook page, and we'll see you on May 20th.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Get ready, because Honda has equipped the 2026 CB750 Hornet with the E-Clutch, delivering stall-free starts in traffic and full-power quick shifts up and down when you want to wake it up. A torquey 755cc parallel twin delivers arm-stretching acceleration with Street Fighter style built to stand out. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville, and experience the 2026 Honda CB750 Hornet E-Clutch. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and night protection. Honda Motorcycles
Vehicles are for riders 16 years and older.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is former ECU football player Bryce Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for quality roofing you can trust? Call the Boone Group Roofing, proudly serving all of Eastern North Carolina. Owned and operated by Toot Boone, they offer no money down and back their work with a 5-year workmanship warranty. Find them on Facebook and Instagram to see their latest projects and satisfied customers. When it comes to your roof, don't settle. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game. Call Toot today at 714-0021. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Got David Glenn coming up in just a few moments. We'll do what we call in the biz a quick seg here. Welcome you back into the show. We need to check in with the chat gang here on a Tuesday. And so far, just a couple of regulars, including Jamie, who says, hey now.
Hey now.
We were talking about baseball stats a moment ago. And, of course, a stat is a statistic you can look at. Last time I checked.
The stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
Did you see Gavin Williams ranks 4th in strikeouts, tied for 2nd in wins with 4. He has 44 Ks on the year. Awesome start for Gavin Williams. Too early to say he's at an all-star pace, but he's at an all-star pace. Jamie, is Chandler still in his office? Chandler, I need a vibe check from you because Jamie has given his vibe a 7.5. For Jamie, ECU, NC State tonight. What are you going with, Chandler? ECU, NC State tonight in Raleigh. He's calculating the numbers. There's a lot going on in that head of his right now. And he's going 6.4. So it's above a 5, but below a 10, 9, 8, 7. Jerry says hello. Hello. We are the PRL Chat Gang. Chad says, bang, bang, Chat Gang. Bang, bang. He says he's going to bring me some cards on Thursday. He's got some con knipples and others for me. And Chad, I need to go by my parents' house, see if my dad's got some old Orioles or, I was going to say old Titans, but there are no old Titans. You want old Oilers? I don't know. I'll find some guys you like and we'll do a trade. Kenny says David Glenn is the encyclopedia of North Carolina sports knowledge. That he is, Kenny, and tune in to the interview because he's got a fascinating stat. And a stat, of course, it's a statistic you can look at.
Of course, is a statistic you can look at.
It's more of a factoid, I guess. And I'm going to drop. So I talked to David about an hour ago. We're about to air it next segment, but I'll go ahead and drop it. He's a Philly guy, Philly sports guy, but has been in North Carolina the majority of his life now. And the Hurricanes and Flyers, are you sitting down? Have never met in the playoffs. That's crazy. It's insane. But David Glenn talked about that and what would his rooting interest be if the Canes and Flyers met in the playoffs. We got that coming up, ECU, NC State preview, and more with David Glenn. Zach, I know you're working. Are you able to join me on this day, presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports, real quick?
Absolutely.
On this day in 2018, let's see if you can get the name here. The first one-handed person to be drafted in the NFL.
One of the Griffin brothers from UCF.
I'll give you that. Shaquem. Very good. Do you know what team?
He got drafted by the Seahawks.
Very good. On this day in 2016, this quarterback that played for the Bears in college was drafted first overall.
The Bears in college?
Yeah. Maybe the Golden Bears.
California, I assume.
Yeah.
A Cal quarterback.
Uh-oh, we got him, ladies and gentlemen.
You stumped me there. Cal QB.
Who you got, Chain Man? Jared Goff. Chandler, on this day in 2011, he was the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft.
Cameron Jarrell Newton.
That is correct. This guy considered to be one of the biggest busts of all time. Shout out J-Bone. Jamarcus Russell picked first overall by the Raiders on this day in 2017. Did not work out for him.
Nope.
Shirley. On this day in 2003, he recaptured the world number 1 ranking to become the oldest top-ranked male in the history of the ATP rankings, tennis rankings. 33 years and 13 days. 2003, he became oldest number 1.
I was going to go with Pete Sampras.
It's got to be one of two guys. Pete Sampras is incorrect, but that would be one of my guesses. The other is
Andre Agassi.
That is correct.
Oh,
well done.
He plays pickleball now.
That's right. We saw him on TV, and kind of looks like Joe.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe because he's bald. I don't know. Anything else on this? On this day in 1988, the Orioles lost their 21st game in a row.
Yikes!
That's tiff. Here we go. I'm going to throw this to Chandler. On this day in 1987, the NBA announced expansion to 2 cities in 1988 and 2 cities in 1989. Name those 4 teams.
All right, so Charlotte.
Yep.
Miami.
Yep.
Oh. Toronto.
There's another East and one West, and Toronto was later.
Another East and one West.
And Zach, you can help him out if you can think of one. So we got the Heat and the Hornets. They joined in 88. What 2 teams joined in 89?
Vancouver?
Nah, I think the Raptors and Grizz were together.
Phoenix?
No. They're both in the playoffs currently.
Ooh.
And they've both never won a championship. Orlando. And then who's the West team? They had Tom Gugliotta back in the day, but became really relevant when they drafted a high school player in 1995-ish.
Portland.
The Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves. Good effort. All right, that was On This Day in Sports, presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports. Go see Jimmy Stallings and the great crew at Ron Ayers. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll hear from DG, David Glenn. We'll talk Pirates Pack. We'll talk Canes. We'll talk NFL Draft, college basketball portal, and more. It's on the way after this timeout. Back with you after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Hard!
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen and Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Play ball!
Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
This is Dr. Anthony Skellick from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes of ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com and go Pirates!
Oh, dude, that home run just busted your windshield.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
You're not worried about it?
Yeah, I've got Brandon Manning and Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
This is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a great meal in the heart of downtown Greenville? Come on down to 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, a fresh seafood basket, or a tasty sandwich or wrap, they've got something for everyone. Grab a bite with friends, relax on the patio, and enjoy the cozy, welcoming atmosphere. And the next time you're in downtown Greenville, make it a point to visit 5th Street Hardware. Great food, great company. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Been a busy day here at the Pirate Radio studios and inside the First Flight Credit Union studios. To take a quick peek behind the curtain Jared Watkins is in Raleigh for ECU, NC State. So he usually handles a lot of our video production in Studio C. Instead, intern Zach is doing a full day's tour, and we have knocked out 4 interviews in Studio C for your listening pleasure later in the week. Tomorrow, you'll hear from one of the best linebackers of my generation in college football, David Pollock and Ellerby, go one-on-one. That'll be a fun interview to listen to. I've not heard it yet. Looking forward to that. Tomorrow we'll air it on the show. And also later this week, Jim Zoki, who I talked to earlier today, talked Panthers, talked ECU spring ball, and more. Also, Mike Wright coming up later on in the show. And I do believe, do we have DG ready to go? We do. So let's get to that right now. My chat with David Glenn. Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live from the North Carolina Sports Network, he is David Glenn, DG. Always great to catch up with you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Clip. Always good to be with you.
We got a big one in Raleigh going on, ECU, NC State in baseball today. And there, in years past, maybe we've seen a number beside these teams' names. That is not the case this year. They're having somewhat similar years. East Carolina, a much better conference record, and I'm going to say the ACC is probably much better than the American. And let me ask you that first, David. How many ACC teams, as of right now, do you think are playing postseason baseball?
Well, it's a big number. I mean, North Carolina and Georgia Tech and Florida State and Boston College and maybe a couple of others have just locked themselves into a great season so far. NC State is not exactly in that category. And what's crazy about today's matchup is if you and I were talking about Pirates versus Wolfpack 2 weeks ago, it kind of felt like the Pirates were sliding. It felt like the Wolfpack was in a really good place. And I think we flipped that script because right now ECU is an NCAA tournament team for sure, maybe even a 2 seed if the Pirates keep playing well. And NC State is messing with bubble territory right now. So we all know both of these teams are much better at home than on the road. The Wolfpack got the Pirates the first time. I don't think this is going to be a pitcher's duel in Raleigh. So, but the ACC is very good in baseball. The American is good in baseball, and the Pirates are clearly, if not the best team, one of the top 2.
Yeah, Pat got him the first time around, David. You're right. Pirates have been playing well on a 4-game win streak. One sign of at least a pretty good team, David, is taking care of business against lesser opponents. And, man, the Pirates have crushed inferior opponents this year. When they've taken a step up, they did beat North Carolina. Hell, the tie against North Carolina looks pretty good right now, the way the Tar Heels are playing. They did beat Coastal in 1 game, so – they've had some opportunities, won some, lost some, but just the fact that you could go on the road and beat an ACC team tonight, I think a very important game for ECU while they try to continue to take care of business in conference play.
Yeah, I think it says a lot, and maybe a casual college baseball fan would not even realize this, but a really good team like ECU has a losing record on the road this year overall. A solid team like NC State, which is really good at home, has a losing record on the road. So that home field advantage is real in every sport that we follow. It seems pretty powerful for these 2 baseball teams in particular that are going head-to-head today. But, it's not like either of these teams is head and shoulders above the other. If we had predicted back in the preseason, would they split 2 games? That maybe that's what we would have predicted. It might not be the win in the location that we would have predicted when things got started. But I can tell you, NC State's running out of pitching, as a lot of teams do at this time of the year after injuries and other problems. So if ECU is going to get a victory over the Wolfpack, it's going to have to be with the bats putting a big number on the board.
Zach, can you find me a line somewhere before I get out of here with DG? We'll see what the Vegas says about tonight's game. David Glenn joining us, NC Sports Network. Speaking of Zach, we were talking before we got you on, David, and I said, Zach, who are the Tar Heels and Wolfpack and Deacons and Blue Devils that got drafted this year? Who are the big names? And he said, well, 0 for North Carolina. And we were struggling to come up with anybody else, David. As far as in-state goes, Anthony Smith, The Pirate receiver was drafted from ECU in the 7th round by the Dallas Cowboys. But how about the in-state ACC schools? Very quiet when it came to the draft, right?
Yes, and quiet for our state overall. And I really think part of this is a byproduct of the transfer portal era and name, image, likeness. Because, for many, many years, there would be Division II players drafted from our state, FCS players drafted from our state. And then obviously the 7 FBS schools would usually have someone picked. And what's happening is if a D2 or FCS or sometimes even ECU or App State or the Charlotte 49ers, if they have a really good player, they get scooped up by one of the power conference teams. And even at places like State or Wake, Duke and Carolina, sometimes their better players are scooped up and paid bigger money by those in power conferences. So it was not a banner year for the state of North Carolina. I mean, the ACC had a bunch of guys from Miami and Clemson and elsewhere. But in our state, man, it was a few guys from Duke. Wesley Williams went in the 4th round. Chandler Rivers is a D-back who went in the 5th round. Wake had a couple of guys. Damon Claiborne's a really good running back. Karan Prunty is a cornerback. NC State has a really good tight end in Justin Jolie. Brandon Cleveland was drafted from the defensive line from NC State, but that was in the 7th round. Jolie went in the 5th round. And as you said, the Tar Heels had nobody picked. We just posted actually at ncsportsnetwork.com a full list of undrafted free agents who got invitations from NFL teams. And that's a really, really long list, and it is every year. But in the 7-round draft itself, man, it was slim pickings for the great state of North Carolina overall this year.
Man, we'll see if that trend continues, or hopefully for the schools here, it was an anomaly. Zach, did you find a line for baseball? What do we got? No mic? Well, you can just tell me off the mic.
-1.5 to NC State.
All right. 14 total. Do you have a money line for the sides? NC State. So NC State -145, the favorite. 14.5 total, David. So you phrased it what? Will not be a pitcher's duel? I think you were right about that. So
yeah, there's going to be some runs put on the board. Anyone who likes offense, I think, is going to be entertained. And I think that line is just a byproduct of home records versus road records. That's what it is. They can't be anything more than that because ECU's playing better baseball right now than NC State is.
David, man, been enjoying the Hurricanes hockey. We'll have to wait a little while because they swept the Ottawa Senators. And let me ask you this. You're more of a hockey guy than I am, but I'll put it this way. I've been on both sides of what I saw on Saturday as a fan. I've watched some bad Commanders football team, Redskins football over my life, and I remember late in the year we're getting our tails kicked by the Cowboys or Eagles, and then one of our guys just decides to fight. And at first I'm like, all right, if we can't beat them, let's win the fight. And after about 20 seconds, I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. What are we doing? And it felt kind of gross. I felt that way on the other side watching it Saturday where, the Canes are up 3-0 in the series. They never trailed the series, so they're up in the game. And there's just scrum after scrum after scrum, and it was entertaining for a little while. And then it was like, what are we doing, guys? So from somebody that's watched more hockey than me, is that just hockey or was that a little over the top? How did you look at what happened Saturday?
It's a combination of that's just hockey, and yes, it was a little bit over the top because it is not at all uncommon for the team that is getting its butt kicked 4-0 in this case, especially when that team is on home ice in front of the fans that have been rooting for them since, October. And they don't want the season to end, and they don't want it to end in embarrassing 0-4 fashion, and they don't want to have it end in front of the fans that are rooting for them. Under those circumstances, it's just highly combustible.
Yeah.
And the competitive fire comes out sometimes in the wrong ways. I will tell you it's not as bad as it was in the old days. Remember, I'm originally from Philadelphia. There was a series of teams called the Broad Street Bullies, the Philadelphia Flyers. They won a couple of Stanley Cups in a row. And this, I think, scarred me as a 7- and 8-year-old or whatever in the mid-'70s, because if the Flyers were about to lose a series in the playoffs on home ice, there was essentially a 100% chance that guys were just going to start gooning it up and dropping the gloves and attacking people for no reason. Sometimes there's individual revenge where you're out to get a certain player for something he did previously, but sometimes it's just sheer goonery. And I think Ottawa was a pretty extreme example of the sheer goonery when they were being eliminated by the Canes in 4 games. And with guys like Tkachuk and a few others, they're infamous for that kind of play, and that's why it didn't surprise me under those circumstances.
I should have known asking a Philly guy that you would have tolerated at least a little bit because you grew up, you were raised on it. But well said, DG. And now, rest versus rust. Sometimes I think we just make that a sports radio talking point, and I don't know if it's a big deal for coaches and teams at all. I'll say this, though. Yeah, I like the rest coming off that series, David, for Carolina and trying to get back healthy. That they'll get almost, a week off, I guess. We don't know when the next series will begin. But do you think in this particular case maybe rest is a good thing?
Yeah, I'd be fascinated myself as someone who knows Rod Brindamore, the Canes coach, really well. I'd be fascinated to hear his answer to your question.
Yeah.
My instinct is along your lines. Not only is hockey a physically bruising sport where you just like guys who feel 80% to maybe feel closer to 90 or 95% with that week off, but remember, one of the Canes' really talented young defensemen, Alexander Nikishin, was knocked out of that game with what was clearly a concussion. And concussions vary a lot, but one rule of thumb with concussions is you're going to need a week. And I can guarantee you the Carolina Hurricanes would rather play round 2 with Alexander Nikishin back from a concussion suffered in that final game against Ottawa. So in that specific sense, I think the week off would be just what the doctor ordered for the Carolina Hurricanes.
David Glenn joining us. DG, obviously you covered the Canes. Do you still have your passion for Philly? We could see them next series, right?
Yeah, and this is crazy, Clip. My friends that I grew up with and my hockey buddies here in North Carolina, it's hard to wrap our brains around this, but the Canes and the Flyers, even though they've been members of the same division forever, have never played in the postseason.
Wow.
So I've been getting the question from my childhood buddies, oh, man, if they ever play in the playoffs, you're not really going to root against the Flyers, are you? Well, I mean, I've been a North Carolinian for almost 40 years now, right? I mean, I consider Rod Brindamore a friend, and some of the guys, I even know the owner of the Canes. I'm a season ticket holder. So sometimes I'm in the press box, sometimes I'm down in my season tickets. I'm all Canes, just to be clear. Do I root for the Flyers against other teams? I do.
Right.
But I root for the Canes over the Flyers, and that is not a difficult call for me, again, after 40 years. But it's fascinating to me. It is mathematically highly improbable that you would go, I think, the Canes have been around for, 27 or 8 years here in North Carolina? I mean, that's a crazy statistical anomaly. Obviously, as long as the Flyers beat the Penguins in one of these next 2 games, that weird streak will come to an end. But I think the Canes are the better team than either the Flyers or the Penguins. But from a selfish point of view, I hope the Flyers and Penguins just keep beating each other up, so that they're dragging their tails by the time they get to the Canes, whoever wins.
Are there, off the top of your head, David, any other teams that's happened for the Canes in the East? No, the Red Wings we've played the Red Wings in the Stanley Cup. Have we played them in the Eastern Conference playoffs?
Gosh, in our division, I've personally been to Capitals playoff series, Devils playoff series, Islanders playoff series, Rangers playoff series. Columbus, I can't remember off the top of my head, but Columbus has not been in our division as long as some of those other teams.
Yeah.
It's got to be an anomaly, man.
Yeah,
obviously,
that's crazy.
Yeah, when it comes to Western teams, you're only going to face them in the modern format if you make the Stanley Cup Finals.
Right.
So that's not unusual at all. But, man, I'll bet you if we went through the whole NHL, longtime divisional foes who haven't played each other ever, it's got to be a short list. And
Yeah.
for my personal reasons, of course, I just happen to know that the Flyers-Canes is on that short list.
That's crazy. DG, how about, can you give us a portal update? How's Duke, Carolina, NC State? There are a couple of those teams working with some new coaches, and Wake. How's the portal going for the ACC schools in state?
Yeah, Duke did most of its damage in the high school recruiting ranks. John Shire, every single year since it took over for Coach K, signs one of the best high school classes. And they still matter. Transfers matter more nowadays overall, but Duke's one of the few that still builds largely through the high school All-American ranks. But Duke got a Wisconsin guy named John Blackwell, who was all Big Ten in that league. So he was one of the true plums of the transfer portal. Wake, I think, is trending in the wrong direction. They just have not stacked a very good portal class together. Justin Gainey, a new coach at NC State, has a lot of work still ahead. He has signed, I believe it's 6 guys from the portal. And nowadays, Clip, you really need 9 or 10 because almost nobody has more. Some schools have no returning players.
Yeah.
Others have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. There's a few that have 5 or 6. But generally, you need 6 to 10 or more transfers. I think Florida State in the ACC has 11 transfers signed. Pitt has 10. So Justin Gainey has found his point guard, guy named Preston Edmead from Hofstra. He was all CAA. They found a big guy named Kyle Evans at Cal Irvine. He was all Big West. And they found a wing player named Christian Hammond from Santa Clara. He was all West Coast Conference. So they're kind of raiding the mid-major leagues, if you will, the Wolfpack, but they have a lot more work to do. And then Michael Malone at UNC, I mean, he plucked one of State's better young players. Yeah. Matt Abel is going. Remember last year, Van Allen Lubin was a transfer from UNC to NC State. Matt Abel is going in the opposite direction and will play for the Tar Heels. Carolina also got an NBA prospect named Neo Avdalas, who played last year at Virginia Tech. He's a 6'9" point guard, which you don't hear very often. And they got a Utah scorer named Terrence Brown out of the Big 12. So Carolina also has some work to do. I mean, with Henry Vessar, their big guy, and obviously Caleb Wilson, we knew all along was going to go to the NBA draft early. The Heels kind of have a hole in the middle. So John Shire's in the best position. There's a little bit of wait and see with NC State and UNC, and it's hard to feel good about where Wake Forest is right now.
David, I've been telling people this. I'm excited for the NBA draft for the first time in adulthood, probably, because when I look at mocks, it's like a flashback to 1995 where I literally knew every player in the first round of the draft. There's not a ton of guys I've never heard of. It's all big-time college guys, and for that reason, and the Hornets actually got me a little bit invested into the NBA as well. So for that reason, I'm excited. It's just great to see a list with recognizable names, and I think the NIL has a lot to do with that. Guys are, sticking around. Overseas guys are coming to play college, right? So we get to know them a little bit before they go in the NBA.
Yeah, there's a few forces at work there, and one is what you just said. International guys would not usually come to the United States if money was on their mind. I mean, for as long as we've been around, there have been international guys in college basketball, but 9 times out of 10, those were guys who knew they wanted to blend the American university system with the American college basketball system. And most of the time, they'd actually travel and relocate to an American high school to finish their high school career so that they could be recruited into college basketball. It's totally different now. I mean, Virginia's star forward was a 23-year-old from Belgium who had been playing pro basketball for 4 or 5 years. I mean, 23-year-old freshman, that is all about revenue sharing, which we're only 1 year into, and name, image, likeness, which we're only 5 years into. So the way that the other way it impacts is many guys who otherwise would have turned pro are staying. And when you hear old guys like Rick Pitino, who have been at this, for literally 50 plus years, when you hear them say that the caliber of competition and just the level of play in major men's college basketball is as high as he's ever seen it, part of it is that international influence that's expanded. And part of it is, unless you're going to be a mid to high first round draft pick, you can often make more money staying in college. I mean, if you're a second round pick or below, it's almost a no-brainer you're going to make more money in college. Henry Vessar had an interesting decision to make. The Carolina center could have made $5 or $6 million if he had stayed in college for his senior year. I don't think his salary will be that in the first. I mean, who knows what he gets in, supplemental income at the NBA level, but his pure NBA salary could be half of what he would have made if he stayed in college. And that's just where we are right now. But it does allow us to get to know some names longer so that maybe you and many others on draft day have more familiarity with guys who have spent more time, maybe not with only one school, but more overall time in college basketball.
Another great example of the flip too, David, is hey, I'm excited to see another year of Brandon Miller and, man, Kalkbrenner, he's going to grow. And who knows, James and those guys. I'm saying that for the pro team. For my college team, everybody's gone. It's a whole new team. Now the pros is where the guys stay, and in college it's a different roster every year. It is totally flipped. So
that is fascinating. I mean, you can watch the Hornets nucleus grow up a little bit. For example, it's not quite like the old watch them play for 4 or 5 years in college, the way it was for most of our lifetimes. But you better be able to microwave a basketball team nowadays. I think Brad Brownell at Clemson has 6 or 7 returnees, and that is just a gargantuan number in today's landscape.
Unheard of.
So many have 0, 1, 2, or 3 that. You're truly introducing guys to each other over the summer to get ready for preseason practice.
DG, always enjoy it, man. We hit on a lot of stuff today. What else you got cooking up at NC Sports Network?
A lot of recruiting stuff, a lot of NFL draft stuff, a little Canes stuff. We'll get to the NBA draft when that rolls around. The NFL free agents, it's always fun to track the guys we've watched in college. If you're not picked in that 7-round draft, being invited to a mini camp is not that big of a deal. But if you get a contract as an undrafted free agent, that is a pretty big deal. So, we end up rooting for those guys to just latch on to an NFL roster and live their lifelong dream. But a little bit of all of those things going on at the website right now, ncsportsnetwork.com.
David, always enjoy it, man. I really enjoyed the chat. We'll do it again down the road. Appreciate you, man.
Great to be with you, Clip. Take care, bud.
All right, there's the great DG, David Glenn, joining us, hitting a number of topics, including Pirates and Pack a home favorite against ECU tonight, and a high total at 14.5 runs. We'll take a break. Hour 2 on the way. We got the Hall of Famer Brian Bailey joining us. We got Mike Wright joining us, who will be out at Seahawks rookie camp. And Mike Wright, one of the best guys to talk to, so I know you'll enjoy that interview as well. Sam Dankah joins us later on in the show, along with Bryce Williams, Brandon Manning. We are packed for the next 2 hours, and we're back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This April, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Lease it now for $365 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2026.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles? How about tighten or lift your skin? Want a smoother skin texture or get rid of brown spots? Combining personalized treatments, expert training, and a deep passion for skin health, Beauty Bar MediSpa is dedicated to enhancing your skin and boosting your confidence from the inside out. Contact the licensed professionals for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation.
Looking for the perfect place to host your next event? Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville features event spaces for birthdays, business meetings, rehearsal dinners, and more. The corner bar is fully private and seats up to 50 guests. Our back dining room is semi-private and seats up to 40. Or choose the semi-private repair shop game room complete with pool tables and big screens. Add in-house catering and full bar service and we'll take care of the rest. For pricing and availability, inquire online under the Parties tab at fishstreethardware.com. Fish Street Hardware, where Greenville gathers.
Take your family, friends, and kids down to Play It Again Sports this spring sports season. We have all the hottest new equipment for the upcoming softball and baseball season, along with a huge selection of quality used sporting and fitness equipment. Whether you're a golfer, a bike rider, a soccer player, or a fitness enthusiast, we will have exactly what you need. Don't forget to do your spring cleaning and load up all the equipment that you no longer need or doesn't fit. Bring it down to the store and get paid on the spot. Play It Again Sports across from the Nissan dealership on Greenville Boulevard.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strouds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Pirates supporting pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michael's and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or give them a call at 752-1600. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live, hour number 2, a busy show. We've already had a couple of guests, and we've got 5 more to go on today's show. That doesn't even include J-Bone. We got to check in with him sometime live in Raleigh, as he'll join us to talk Pirates and Pack. We're lining up Brian Bailey as we do. We'll tell you what's going on tonight in the world of sports on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Fun night of trivia last night. Next Monday is going to be Zach's last trivia night. Man, I'm going to dedicate an entire round to Zach Lewis for his time and efforts here at Pirate Radio and being a sports trivia regular and being a diehard Pirate. BB, Brian Bailey, the Hall of Famer, joins us on the Turner Home Team Live line. What's up, Bailey?
Not a whole lot. What's up with you?
Another year, another draft, another Cowboy, another Pirate drafted by the Cowboys.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
I hate it.
Thing.
I hate it.
How could you hate it? Anthony's such a great guy.
He is.
I hate it.
He is a great guy. And now he's going to have that stink on him.
And now he's even greater. It's the Cowboy. I
hope he makes it, man. I'm excited for him. And And look, I'm consistent, Bailey. My all-time favorite Pirate was Dwayne Harris, and I did not root for him basically his entire career until he went to the Raiders, because he was a Cowboy and then a Giant. And part of it, too, was he probably had his biggest games against the Redskins. I remember some big punt returns and scored a touchdown. He had some big games against Washington. So I'm consistent. I just can't pull for the Pirates once they put that star on.
Man, that's so wrong.
I know.
So wrong.
So you were pulling for Ernest Biner in the Super Bowl then. Well, that's good when he was with Washington.
Well, that's true. I was not.
Okay. All right. I appreciate your honesty.
Exactly.
So, but how about the draft? And now we caught up with Mike Wright. You'll hear that interview on the show coming up later on. Sam Dankah going to get a chance with the Broncos. So, got a few Pirates out there. A long snapper. I'm trying to get up with Tristan O'Brien, who is going to get a shot with the Saints. So, got a few Pirates who are going to try to make it, Bailey.
And you know, the thing about a long snapper is if you can make it,
you
can be there a long time. Because if you can put together, you know, just some good years, and all of a sudden you're steady Eddie, and you can make a lot of money snapping that football.
Yes, sir. Good to see. And as I talked with Mike Wright, I gave credit to him and the individual guys. You mentioned Anthony's a great guy and certainly seems to be. Credit to them, but credit to Blake Harrell, man. He's bringing in good football players, but a lot of good guys too, Bailey. And I really enjoyed everybody we talked to this spring when they rolled out the players. We don't really get to request them anymore. They just kind of send us a couple of guys, but they were all fun to talk to. And credit to Blake Harrell and his staff for bringing in some good guys.
And you know, I kind of get the feeling that's the key in this portal era and this NIL era is to find good people, because if you do, you've got a chance to do some really good things. But and we've even seen that in the past when before the portal and before NIL, if you get the wrong, the bad apple and the whole bunch type theory comes into play. But yeah, they got some great, the assistant coaches. I really enjoyed talking to those guys. That was really, just trying to learn a little bit about them and where they're from and their families coming here and what they knew about East Carolina. Jordan Davis was hilarious when he talked about, we did some great things in North Texas, but nobody cared, and everybody cares here. So I thought that was really interesting.
And how about Jordan Davis almost was Shane Carden? That was crazy, too. He said he was, Lincoln Riley had talked to him, and it was a very similar story to Shane, a Texas quarterback, kind of late, and, hey, come on in, try to play. But instead, Shane Carden is the Hall of Famer here, and Jordan Davis is the coach.
Yeah, it's crazy how life works out sometimes.
Yeah, all right. We mentioned the great guys. Cliff Godwin has certainly had that in his program over the years, and now they're playing some great baseball too, Bailey. What a week for the Pirates, putting up double-digit runs in all 4 wins. Had it rolling last week. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
Yeah, that's a big game tonight. I mean, it's not, the season's not on the line, obviously, but still, you'd like to keep this momentum going. You have 9 games left in the American. You're tied for first right now, and just the way the tournament is set up, if it were the old tournament, there's really no advantage in finishing first and finishing. This tournament is a huge advantage if you finish in the top 2, and even if you finish in the top 4. So you got to like the Pirates' chances right now of finishing at least in the top 4, and they've got a great chance of finishing in the top 2.
That's a good point, Bailey. We have not. We talked about it a lot with basketball, with the brackets. We have not talked about that a lot at all with baseball. And we saw our women's basketball team get that double bye, and I guess the rest versus rust, they were a little rusty, and it didn't help them. But what you do is just set yourself up for success, and set yourself up for not having to go through the entire bullpen 2 times over like those other teams on the back end are going to have to do.
And you remember a couple of years ago, we were talking with Coach O about this earlier in my show, but they had that front come through, and it was just terrible weather in Clearwater, and they were trying to play all these games early in the morning, and they were playing on side fields, and I mean it was just a disaster as far as the tournament goes. But now it's kind of it's kind of compact, and if you finish first or second, you don't start until Friday, and you got a chance to do a lot of damage in a short amount of time.
Are we doing Bailey at the beach this year? We're going to get to use that graphic.
right now Bailey's going to be stuck at Atlantic Beach, it looks like.
Hey, well, that's not too bad. But looking forward to this part of the season now where, man, that last weekend with that sweep puts you right there at the top, tied with one team that you don't own the tiebreaker with UTSA, but the other, UAB, you won that big series. And UAB, never thought they'd be helping our RPI as much as they have, but they've had some big wins and some good games, good quality wins this year. And that RPI shot up, Bailey, from the 40s to the high 20s. And East Carolina right now, play it out and play the way you've been playing. They look like an at-large team, right?
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's funny. 1 week, a week ago, we thought, well, maybe it's a long shot. You're going to have to win a lot of games, and you go a 4-0 week, and you look up, and all of a sudden, Coach O said if you're 40 or below, as far as your RPI goes, you're going to get a good look, and if you're 30 or below, you got to think you're going to get a great look.
Brian Bailey joining us. Turner Home Team Live Line, Pirates and Pack going at it tonight. The high school season coming to a close, BB, shortly, and getting into postseason play, and been talking to some area coaches in contact right now with Pat McRae out at South Central. Going to try to get him on the show this week or next week, and trying to talk to everybody. Talked to Corey Skinner from Aiden Grifton last week. So many great teams, Bailey, and not a lot of spots to put them, but man, just some awesome baseball in this area.
Aiden Grifton with 20 wins, and he's got Farmville Central tonight and Thursday night. And Farmville, last I checked on Max Preps, they're undefeated in the league. I think they're 11-6 overall. But two really, they're rivals. There'll be two pretty good games. You look at Rose and Conley playing on Thursday night at Guy Smith Stadium. That's always, Guy Smith Stadium has so much history. Rose has a chance to be a top seed in the 6A. Conley's will be probably the 7A number one seed. So you've got a lot of teams that should go pretty far coming up in the baseball playoffs.
No doubt you'll be following that. Unfortunately, we are not watching Hornets playoff basketball this year. We will be next year, but we are watching Canes playoff hockey, although not this week because they closed out their series too fast. We're going to have to wait a little while for the next Canes series, but it was kind of interesting, Bailey, that they never trailed in the series against Ottawa, yet every game was pretty tight, and yet at the same time, it felt like the Hurricanes kind of dominated the series. You know what I'm saying? It was they were fun games, but you never really felt like the Canes were in trouble at all.
It was very well said, because you didn't think they were in trouble, but every game was tight. And that last game, man, they had some battles in that.
Like a Bailey family reunion out there.
Oh my God, yeah, it was somebody passed the baked beans on that deal, because they were just flying around. Everybody was. Nobody was in a good mood. It was something. I mean, I think I got Melissa liking hockey now. She was asking them to turn the sound up.
Like Real Housewives.
Sound up, yeah. Can y'all get the sound up on this?
I asked David Glenn about it, who's a bigger hockey guy than I, and I said, is that just hockey or was that over the top? And he said it's a mixture, but he said basically Ottawa, they'd been playing since October. They knew their season was coming to an end, and they let the anger out there, and that's pretty much what that was.
Well, they did. It was like every time he turned around, when the puck stopped, somebody was hitting somebody. It was fun.
You and Zach ready for the second round? Y'all going to be able to cover the home games?
We hope so. It just depends on how the playoffs for high school baseball go.
Yeah.
Like we've always, we tell the Hurricanes that. We say, look, we'd love to cover every game, but if we have something in our area that we have to get, then we won't be able to come to some of the games. But we get a chance, usually during the playoffs. We had a chance to go to one of the games. I think Zach may have gone to both. I went to one of the games in the first two in the Ottawa series. And there's so much fun to cover and so much fun to see everybody from around the state, and everybody's there. And we've talked about this before. We all have our NFL teams, your Commanders, my Cowboys. But when it comes to teams like the Hurricanes, everybody's kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
They're the Carolina Hurricanes, and that's our team.
And how about the factoid David Glenn dropped on us? I don't know if it's a stat, but a stat surely is a statistic you can look at.
It is.
The stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
And all the years of the Canes and the Flyers and being in the East and being in the division, the Flyers and Canes have never met in the postseason. That's crazy.
Yeah. I thought that when I first saw the brackets come out, and I looked at that, and then when the Flyers were up 3-0, I thought, well, there you go. But they've stumbled a little bit of late, playing again on a Wednesday night in 6 of that series, and that's one they need to go ahead and win.
I brought this up with Mully earlier. Cool video, Bailey. Did you see Clayton McCullough and Shohei?
Oh, that was great.
How cool was that, man?
That's about as cool as it gets, especially for those of us that know Clayton.
Yeah.
Whenever he was saying exactly what he was saying, I was like, "Yep, that's what he's saying." All right, there you go. But that was really well done, very good, and it's really cool to see somebody like Clayton McCullough in the role that he's in now.
Yeah, and when it comes to Shohei, like I've heard, I love hearing old guys tell Larry Bird stories. I got to send you some of the, I don't know if you've heard all these, Bailey, but they're Sean Kemp talking about how Larry Bird, when Sean Kemp was a rookie at the jump ball, said, "Oh, you're the guy that broke my records in high school, right?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, you're the guy that dunked on my brother Eddie, right? And Sean Kemp said, "Yeah." And he said, "I got something for you tonight." And Larry Bird scored like 50 on him. But there's great stories like that. But a lot of them say they're like in awe when they go out on the court for the first time and see Bird or see Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson or whatever. And I wonder if guys are like that with Shohei. Like it's something that I don't know if we even talk about how miraculous the stuff he does is, but to see the relationship he has with Clayton McCullough, that part of it was cool to me, because a lot of the guys on the field probably think this guy's like an idol out there, and for McCullough, he's just another dude. So
just another guy he's worked with, and yeah, it's really, I think sometimes when we're in the moment, we really don't think about that. What was Trey Savage thinking last year when he's striking him out? I mean,
yeah.
That's got to be just unbelievable.
Also, too, I'm sure there's a lot of LeBron haters out there. And if I ask you the all-time best basketball player, who are you going with, Bailey?
I'm going with Air Jordan.
I think I am, too. But the fact that LeBron James threw an alley-oop to his son in a playoff game is like, that's never going to happen again. I hope people can at least appreciate that's pretty remarkable.
And I'm not really a LeBron hater at all. I just think the way Jordan went about his business and did what he did and how clutch he was. But
yeah.
But still, I mean, I wouldn't turn LeBron down, and he'd be fun to have on that 5 with Bird and some of those other guys.
We saw it with the Griffies in the late 80s, early 90s. I was too young to appreciate it, but I mean, I've seen the highlights forever and watched Junior's career, but the father-son thing, I mean, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it really, and that was, growing up and watching some of that, and remembering King Griffey with the Reds and the Big Red Machine and everything, and then for him to come along and King Griffey Jr., all the things that he did, and he was idolized by a group that was younger than me, but still he was a wonderful player, and it was cool.
All right, BB, you mentioned Savage. He's getting the start tonight for the Blue Jays, so we'll keep an eye on that and all the other action going on in Major League Baseball. Cubs are playing pretty well, right? 17-12 on the year, yeah.
Yeah, they won 10 in a row, and then they went to Dodgerland and lost 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
They won the first game for their 10th in a row, then they lost the last 2, then they lost to the Padres last night, 9-7. So they're playing pretty well. I don't know if they have enough pitching to hold it up, but they've got some offense.
How about the firings in baseball, Baylor? We're like a month in. The Red Sox tore down their whole organization, and then today the Phillies firing Rob Thompson. So some of these teams with expectations that aren't getting it done, they're finding new managers already.
Yeah, and I think the thinking there is, hey, let's don't throw away the whole season yet. Let's see if we can change.
Get a little spark or something.
Yeah, see if we can get a little fire going.
Yeah.
It's a long shot, but it might work.
BB, good stuff, man. What you got coming up this week on WNCT Channel 9?
Let's see. We'll keep an eye on the Canes. They skated today and practiced today, so we got some Canes talking about, is it rest or is it rust kind of thing. So we got that coming up. We got the baseball, high school baseball that we talked about. Just kind of keep an eye on everything. Savage going tonight, so it's a good time of year.
We'll talk to Mike Maniscalco on the show coming up Friday with some more Canes talk. Bailey, thanks for joining us. Check out Coach O, the legend, Coach O, Dr. Gary Overton on the Brian Bailey Show at 6 o'clock or anytime you want on YouTube. And we'll talk to you next week, BB.
Sounds good. Take care.
There is Brian Bailey joining us. Turner, Home Team Live Line. When we return, Mike Wright, a fan favorite and an interviewer's favorite as well, because he's so easy to talk to. And we'll find out what his role potentially could be with the Seahawks when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hi, I'm sure you heard the bells and whistles next door. We're just securing your neighbor's house with the smart home features like cameras and security.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, hi, yes, I'm Mike with SCI Technologies. You know, Eastern North Carolina's premier security provider. We do fire alarm, audio, video, and security.
Oh, how can you help me?
Give us a call, 252-321-7006 for a complimentary quote, or you can email us at info@sciteks.com.
Get ready, because Honda has equipped the 2026 CB750 Hornet with the E-Clutch, delivering stall-free starts in traffic and full-power quick shifts up and down when you want to wake it up. A torquey 755cc parallel twin delivers arm-stretching acceleration with Street Fighter style built to stand out. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville, and experience the 2026 Honda CB750 Hornet E-Clutch. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and night protection. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College.
Register now. Looking for a night out that's a little different? At Encino Mexican Steakhouse, bold Mexican flavors meet premium steakhouse tradition. Sink your knife into perfectly cooked, hand-cut steaks. Savor rich, authentic dishes inspired by Mexican culinary heritage and pair it all with a handcrafted cocktail. Encino Mexican Steakhouse, where Mexican flavor meets steakhouse perfection. On Memorial Drive in Greenville or online at encinorestaurant.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was super easy to work with when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit University Sportswear, ENC.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're
listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a place for lunch? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at $11. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brown.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Zach, was it you and I talking Braves, Tigers earlier today?
Oops, sorry.
Yes.
And you asked how confident I was the Braves will continue.
Two out of three.
Their winning ways. So tomorrow, the pitching matchup is Scooble versus J.R. Ritchie, making his second start.
What a matchup.
Yeah. So first start was good.
Yeah.
For the Braves. Let's see.
The Tigers aren't hitting that well, so.
Yeah. But you mentioned their pitching is.
Yeah, Scooble, Mize, and Framber Valdez is a good lineup of three.
Yeah. How did we do against Valdez in the World Series? We hit him pretty good, didn't we?
I'm pretty sure.
I think we did. But yeah, good. Braves are the only team in baseball not to lose a series this year.
We have split one.
Yep. But have not lost. Never lost.
Never lost.
Is this a 3-gamer, I'm assuming?
Yes.
And who we got this weekend? Will it be a long weekend? Braves and the Rockies in Colorado coming up this weekend. A little Agnos versus the Braves. All right, let's get to our chat with Mike Wright. And again, only had Anthony Smith here 2 years, which is a bummer because he's an awesome guy to talk to. Mike Wright, only 1 year, and he is born to do interviews and to communicate. Just a really fun guy and a nice guy to talk to. And we talked about him getting a shot with the Seahawks. Here's my chat with Mike Wright. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, the most interesting football player in the world, Mike Wright, joining us. Mike, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Excited, still kind of taken aback a little bit, but man, it's really hard to kind of put this particular feeling into words, but just extremely thankful for the opportunity just to, advance, or at least with the opportunity to advance, my football career. So pumped up, excited about it, ready to kind of put it out there on display. And so just, pray and see what happens.
So the last time we talked to you, I'm pretty sure you were at work. You were at your job and were deciding on your next step, whether that be playing football, what league maybe to try to enter into, or just go into the workforce. So I guess the decision was, hey, let's go all in. Let's stick with this football thing. So from what have been the last couple of months for you like as you had pro day, obviously. Did you do any other things? Did you work out in front of anybody else other than pro day?
Yeah. So answering the first question, well, I'm still here at work.
Work never stops.
Yeah. I'm still here in the office. But kind of like over the months, Atlanta is a really, really big hub. So being able to work out here, I kind of did an untraditional workout kind of plan when it comes down to getting ready for pro days and different workouts. So in fact, Aunt Mitchell, Keaton Mitchell's father, he was my trainer for this entire process. When it comes down to the speed work and getting stronger and everything kind of in between with that. And then going here for receiver work, doing DB work here, catching kicks here. So like really wanted to do the process with the same people that kind of got me to this point. All of a sudden, they've been training different NFL guys. They've been training different college guys. For me, it was like, why not go back to the same people that you've seen, mold you into your career and who have also had different people who've reached the same level. Aunt Mitchell has been in the NFL level, and Keaton is right there working out right beside me and telling me everything that I kind of need to know. I don't really need to go to Florida or California to get the same information I can get 25 minutes away from my house.
Some great resources there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But as far as just didn't do any workouts before the pro day. However, did have a couple of scouts who were excited to see me go to the Vandy pro day because they knew they were going to be at Vanderbilt, and then same with the ECU pro day. Um, but yeah, untraditional kind of workout kind of journey. Didn't want to look like a quarterback out there running routes or a quarterback out there backpedaling. So when I did those specific drills, actually looked like I fit, and so really felt comfortable out there, and I think it kind of worked out in the favor.
Yeah, and we've talked about your versatility and how crazy it is, amazing it is. Could that be a detriment too, Mike, where you're not specialized in one thing? How do you use it as a overwhelming positive when you go into a Seattle Seahawks rookie camp? When they say, like in Little League, they're like, all right, go to the position you want to play. If they told you to do that, would you just kind of stand in the middle and say, all right, I'm ready for everything? Like, what do you do?
Yeah. I think one, it can be if you don't feel like, if you don't have the right mentality. There's a difference between a guy that says, well, shoot, coach, I just want to play. I'll be out there on the field. And, of course, there's a lot of guys that have that want of just like whatever the coach needs, whatever the team needs, I'll go do it. However, there's a different aspect when you've done it in a game and you actually trained for it. So after leaving ECU, everybody in the world knew that Mike Wright was one of those players. Like, look, he's going to go do it anyways. Go stick him out there. But now, like, how effective can he be? So now, like, it was a detriment, but I think really in the pro days and the different workouts, and once they get that film back from training sessions, they see, like, all right, he's backpedaling for real like a DB. He's running routes legit like a receiver. And I've always felt comfortable in being able to prove it too. Not wanting to hide anything that I can and, can't do. And so, but now for the Seahawks, you talk about like, kind of like what position, like, hey, go here. They have been thinking more along the lines of kind of like the offensive side of the ball. Okay. However, they understand the versatility and what I kind of bring to the game. And really more the decision as to why the Seahawks were eventually kind of like the choice moving forward because of how great their coaching staff is, how highly the scouts kind of believe in myself, and really just kind of just the feeling. I mean, it's almost like high school recruit. It's almost like high school to college recruiting. You want a coaching staff to want you, and you want to be at a specific, organization. And so for Seattle, I couldn't have been more thankful for the opportunity. And now I'm just really excited just to go up there and just show everybody what I believe I can be.
Yeah, I've heard, Mike, that in some cases it's better if it's like get drafted in the 7th round or, be a rookie free agent. Almost better to be a rookie free agent because you can weigh options. Now, shout out Anthony Smith. We talked to him yesterday. Happy for him to be drafted. I'll never forget that moment. But did you have options, Mike? It sounds like you kind of did, and Seattle is the preferred destination for you.
Yeah, there were different rookie mini camps that we were kind of deciding between. It wasn't a lot. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, we could have went here and went here and went here. But it really came down between two organizations. But as soon as Seattle called, it was like that's where
Super Bowl champs.
That's where I'm going. And it's really just more along the lines of I heard from Seattle before the draft.
Okay.
I heard from Seattle during the start of the draft, and then of course I heard from them after the draft. And so I knew they knew about the versatility that I can bring to the game. I knew they understood who I was more as a player and as a person. So for them to pull the trigger and be like, hey, we want to come see you. We want you to come up here. Let's go when you want me to be there. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about it.
Have you talked to Holton yet? I know it's a different coaching staff, but maybe the same infrastructure. He loved his time out, I think, in Seattle. Have you talked to him at all yet?
So my plan is to really talk to him today. But then I've been reaching out to a couple of different guys who I've known in the league any advice, anything. I mean, I think it's really important. And that's what the game of football kind of brings you, these relationships and these resources to
Right.
lean on in moments like this. Like, there's plenty of guys who have been tryout guys I know, undrafted guys I know, drafted guys I know. Um, it'd be almost stupid to not reach out to them and ask them, how does this work? Like, if you can get some of the blueprint before you walk in the door, then absolutely go for it. And so I've been reaching out to a couple of people, just, what drills are we doing? What have you noticed? Just because I think if you really want to make it and you really want something, you can't be scared to ask for help. And so, luckily, I have a lot of great people around me who I feel comfortable reaching out to, and they've been helping in this pre-process before getting up there.
Mike Wright joining us. Mike, you're such a great ambassador, and you were. It sucks you were only here 1 year, but I'm sure you made connections everywhere you've been. You're a great ambassador for Atlanta, Georgia. Just the way you are, but hopefully you got something from your time at ECU, and we talked about it earlier. Hopefully, getting on the field at punter and DB and receiver and quarterback or whatever can help lead you to your next step. And but when you look back on your 1 year at ECU, hopefully you'll say it was certainly worth it.
Oh no, absolutely, and I think a special thank you really goes out to ECU, and the fans and the different supporters who have continued to push positive things about who I am as a person. And like I said, I kind of took a different approach when it comes down to the draft. Like, I was posting my own highlights. I was posting these tweets and like, hey, look at me, like, I can do it. I can be this person. And lo and behold, every single ECU fan is right there backing me up. And so, I mean, they played a really big factor when it comes down to me getting the opportunity. And so, like, I always say, like, I can't stress enough how important ECU, Coach Harrell, my entire team that I was with this past year, and even Mitch. Mitch helped me and Anna out during that pro day. Put the ball on the money.
Yeah.
We didn't have any balls on the ground. Mitch didn't have to do that. Like, you don't have to do that. He's in the middle of the spring in the quarterback competition battle. Mitch is like, no, dude, whatever y'all need, let's roll. Let's get this thing. Let's get you guys a shot at the next level. And so, but that's what ECU brings. That's the mentality and that's the culture. And so, like I said, thank you doesn't feel strong enough to say to everybody at ECU and what they've done for me. But for now, that's what I'm gonna have to settle with. So.
No, that's a really good point, Mike. I remember going out to pro day saying, all right, who's throwing to the guys? Because we didn't have, QBs trying to make it to the next level. And sometimes they'll bring in a D2 quarterback from, 2 hours away or whatever. But no, that's a good point. They had Mitch Griffiths out there throwing. So, yeah, awesome
Absolutely.
stuff. Mike, what's on the calendar, man? When you heading out there?
Yeah, so I leave Thursday. We'll be there for the weekend. And so, yeah, I'm excited about it. I leave Thursday, and you kind of, you're in that anxious mode because it's like it doesn't feel like the same with like, all right, you're getting ready to go do your pro day because now it's like a little bit more football, but now it's like, all right, the same kind of pressures that you've been using to kind of feel you to get to this point. Now what are you going to do? You fought so hard to really get your foot in the door, and as a player, especially in the position where I'm at, where you're a UDFA minicamp kind of guy. The only thing that you've been preaching throughout this entire process is, I hope I get a shot. All I want to do is get my foot in the door, and I believe that I can handle the rest. So, like, I got my foot in the door now. Now it's up to me to go up there and do what I'm supposed to do and be who I am. And I want to say, like, Coach Harrell was on the phone with him immediately after I got the call. He was like, don't try to go be somebody else. A lot of players get in different situations. They're like, all right, I got to do this differently. I got to do this. I got to do this. He was like, look, they said Mike Wright come. So give them Mike Wright. And it really hit me because all I got to do is just go up there and beat myself, and everything else is going to take care of itself. So
100%, man. Yeah. Mike, we're pulling for you, man. We talked to Anthony yesterday. We got Sam Dankah coming up on the show later. And credit to, yourselves and your upbringing, and I'm gonna give some credit to Blake Arrow too, just for bringing in some pretty good dudes. That, hey, y'all can play football, but at the end of the day, y'all are good guys, and hopefully that trend will continue with this ECU program. But y'all set a great example for the younger guys, I'll say.
Yeah, it will. I think when you build the foundation, and he's building the foundation, it's almost really complete. It really doesn't take too long if you've got the right guys around you as far as like a coaching staff. And whenever you're a really big focal point in the organization like you are with Coach Harrell, once that foundation and culture really circulates throughout the program, you either get on the bus or you kind of hop off.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys want to get on the bus, and so the trend to continue. And what's going to be exciting is to see however many guys that end up getting a shot, because I don't think everybody's finished yet. I mean, Sam got his invite last night. I think there's going to be a couple of guys that continue to get their stuff.
Yeah.
But this time next year, there's going to be, who knows, there might be 3 draft picks instead of 1. There might be 4 guys that get signed. There might be 5, so like the trend will continue to rise with Coach Harrell there. And that's going to be exciting to see, where we're going to have regular draft picks like we have in the past here at ECU, but now it's going to be even more. So,
Mike, best of luck to you, man. Appreciate you joining us for a few minutes today. We'll let you run. You got a lot on your plate, so good luck to you. As you know already, Pirate fans will be checking in with you at your every move. If you make a cut, if you're starting a preseason game, we're going to be flooding the social media about you. So we'll be pulling for you, man.
Absolutely, and I appreciate it. I really do.
Mike Wright joining us. Left an impact, certainly, in just 1 year here at ECU. And like Anthony, Mike will be successful in life, whether or not he makes it on an NFL roster. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 2. Got a busy hour 3. We got to check in with Jabone at some point, live in Raleigh, as we get ready for ECU NC State. We got Bryce Williams joining us. We got B-Man on the phone. We got Sam Dankah live on the phone at 5 o'clock. So all that still to come. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Back with you after this timeout.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie.
A new feature menu has arrived at Basil's in Greenville. Basil's new specialty menu is full of great favorable dishes like roast beef melt, creamy beef ziti, chicken hibachi pizza, apple strudel pizza, plus $4.50 margaritas every Tuesday and $3 North Carolina craft beers on Wednesday. Basil's regular menu and favorites are always available for lunch and dinner. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Basil's, Pirates supporting Pirates.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com. Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Hey, what's up, man? It's Josh Hawkins, former NFL player, and you listen to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. You can book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the pirates fly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Heard Josh Hawkins in the return, and then heard Shirley doing her Rick Smith impression.
The really bad one?
Do we,
Josh Hawkins.
Can you see what we have in the Rick Smith files and see if we can pull something up from Coach Smith? Because we got kind of a free segment here. So
yeah, I'll try to find
maybe
something.
if we got any, remember one time I said a guy had potential, and he said, potential just means you ain't done nothing yet. Huh.
What was that line you used to say about Josh Hawkins? You could take all the talent and stick it up your kazoo.
Something about somebody's kazoo, yeah.
Here's here's Rick Smith on Josh Hawkins.
All right, let's hear it.
At corner, I feel like with Dietrich Allen coming back, we're going to be as good there as we were. Now, the other corner, flip a coin right now. If Josh gets his crap together and concentrates and tries to get better on every play every day, doesn't lose his focus, he's got great potential. And I tell him that word does not exist in my vocabulary. Potential, I think when you talk about potential, it's the guy that just ain't did it because he doesn't want to. And potential, I told him yesterday, I said, you can take all that potential and stick it up your kazoo.
Oh my God.
You either do it or you don't. Right now, you ain't doing it. So I'm going to put somebody else there.
He's playing. We're playing all the hits in one clip.
In one clip, I picked the right one.
That was beautiful.
It just ain't did it.
If he gets his crap together.
Was he trying to be an actor then, too? That's what was crafted together?
Josh just had a big personality. I remember one time I went to practice, and this is like, used to be a lot different. We were out there. We requested players. We talked to a bunch of guys. But Josh was walking off the practice field, and earlier that day, it was announced that he made a cut for it wasn't the Thorpe Award, is it? Yeah. What's the Jim Thorpe Award? Jim Thorpe Award. Best defensive back in college football. and Josh made a cut, so he was a semifinalist or whatever. And he was walking off the field, and I said, "Josh, congrats, man! Thorpe Award semifinalist." And he said, and he was practicing, so I guess he hadn't heard yet. So I was the first person to tell him. He was like, "Oh, for real? I'm on it. I made it!" And like he got excited, which he should. Yeah. But then like played like crap the rest of the season, and I'll blame myself for that, like because he got a little too high. Yeah. And but Coach Smith would coach him hard because he knew how good he was, and he had a cup of coffee with the Packers in the NFL and was a good player. So I think that's why Rick Smith was like always frustrated with him, because he knew he was a good player if he would just kind of get his crap together, so to speak. Do we have any other Rick Smith, or is it all just like kind of random stuff?
I think there's some of them. There's one that's labeled Rick Smith bullcrap.
All right, let's hear that one.
Okay, give me just 1 second because I got to find it again here.
Yeah, I'll take that one any day of the week.
All right, let's see this one.
Get his crap together.
Bull crap.
Oh, okay. It was just him saying bull crap.
Hey, that was worth it.
There's one that says house payments. Let
All
me see what this one says.
Okay.
I've got some I worry about my young players. They don't handle adversity very well. Leonard Polk and Rakeem Morgan. But the rest of them, I think we'll be okay. Derek Blacknall, he makes a mistake, he's fine the next play. And that's just the way he is. And the ones that that's the problem with Darrell Reynolds. Darrell Reynolds can't forget a bad play, and that's the one thing that he's got to grow up and say, if I made a mistake, then of course they blame me, because usually when they make a mistake I yank them, and they know that, so there's added pressure there, and I don't know how else to do it. They ain't staying in if they make mistakes for touchdowns. I mean, that they just not, because I got a house payment I got to make.
Makes sense.
Hey.
I wasn't sure where that was going, but that was good.
He got there.
Yeah.
He got there.
Man.
There's one on Lucas Thompson. Lucas
Thompson.
Yeah, it says Rick Smith on Lucas Thompson.
What in the world?
This
All
was
right.
2013.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, you're not supposed to talk about players until they sign, I believe. So I was wondering why he was even talking. All right, let's just hit it.
A couple guys want to know about Lucas Thompson, the highly rated recruit that committed to East Carolina in the Under Armour game on national TV. Any chance at all he will be here for the fall?
I would say no, from what I know of the situation. He has been taking the test, from what we've been told by his administrators and coaches down there. Coach Riley's been in touch with him, and he has not passed the test yet, so I'm not counting on him. Besides that, he hasn't played in a year. No matter how hard you try to stay in shape, he's not here right now, so he won't be in any type of shape to play. So even if he gets here, I'm hoping he does, but I'm not counting on him.
What year was that, Shirley?
2013.
He is still in that room trying to pass that test. And he's going to pass it one day, and he's got eligibility. So he might be a Pirate one day. That's a hell of a find. Lucas Thompson. Do you know who that name is?
Yeah, he committed on the Under Armour game, and he was a big recruit out of Florida, and then he just...
That was the original Catfish.
Never showed up?
Yeah.
Disappeared, basically.
Off the face of the earth.
He never played college football, ever.
There's Bryce. See if Bryce has any good Rick Smith stories.
Okay, there's one I would love to play.
Okay.
Just because it says imposters.
Oh, good. Let's hear this one.
That was probably the reason we weren't successful last year, because we had some seniors that really were imposters.
Ooh.
That's tough.
Fiery, Coach.
That was when he came out swinging on media day.
Right.
He was talking about Bryce Williams.
Was he?
Bryce. That you talking about that big tall fella over there? Yeah, I don't.
Bull crap.
Bull crap.
Yeah. Dang.
Let's take a break. Hey, good Rick Smith tribute segment there. We got to play that clip for Bryce.
Which one?
The best of, basically.
Okay.
Where he hit the kazoo and the.
Oh, yeah,
potential.
basically the entire Josh Hawkins clip.
Bryce will be here, and we'll be talking to Sam Dankah when we return. And maybe Bryce can give him some advice on rookie camp and what to expect. So we'll have that when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville has the best deal ever on Ram trucks. During the Declaration of Deals sales event, get a special finance rate of 2.9% that can be used with already fantastic factory rebates. For example, you can choose up to $11,000 off and 2.9% for 72 months, or get $5,000 off with 0% for 60 months. So if you've been thinking about a new Ram truck, now is the time at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. And how about the 26 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Save up to $6,000 on America's most awarded SUV. Or lease a new Grand Cherokee for only $429 per month. Or take the top off and enjoy the sun with a 2026 Jeep Wrangler. Save up to $7,000 on a 26 Jeep Wrangler, or lease one for only $329 per month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerel in Greenville. Come see us!
36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, and $39.99 due at signing. Tax, tags, and $8.99 admin fee not included.
It's bow time. Remember those bologna biscuits you grew up on? Well, they're back and better than ever at Bojangles. Bite into a southern tradition with our new fried bologna biscuit. It's a thick slice of savory bologna seared and served hot off the griddle on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. And right now, you can get 2 of them for just $5. But hurry in. This deal is only available for a limited time, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown and Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We got a guy in studio that knows what Mike Wright and Sam Dankah are about to go through because he went through it himself. He is Slim 80, Bryce Williams, former Pirate tight end, in studio in the First Flight Credit Union studio. Bryce, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Hope y'all are.
Yes, sir. I talked to Mike Wright earlier, and right now we will talk to Sam Dankah, who joins us on the Turner Home Team live line. Sam received some good news last night that he'll be heading to Broncos rookie camp. Sam, congratulations. How you doing, man?
Thank you. I'm doing good, man. I mean, I'm overly excited, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed for the opportunity. Just get a chance to, just go out there and just compete for another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that last game was not my last snap. And I'm blessed to get the opportunity and just, like I say, showcase my ability for hopefully another opportunity.
I'm happy for you, Sam, and apparently you did showcase what you got because we had Emery Hunt on the show from CBS Sports HQ, and he does a big draft guide every year. And Jared asked him, if there was a Pirate to be drafted, who would it be? And he brought up your name and said you turned some heads, and you can just tell me what it was, but was it some kind of all-star game or showcase, or what did you do, to get in front of scouts, and what have you done the last couple months?
Yeah, pretty much last couple of months, pretty much right after training, I kind of I wasn't really sure what I was really doing as far as college football, man. I really was trying to get back in it, but, really the ultimate decision was just chase the NFL, and after that, I kind of just set my mind focused. I hit up Coach Baggett, Coach Harrell, allowed me back to come back and train over at ECU, and I got an opportunity to go to the College Gridiron Showcase and just showcase my ability out there. There was several scouts out there. I didn't really meet with no scouts, but that was I feel like it was a good opportunity because after that, scouts started sending me little questionnaires and stuff like that. They were hitting me up, but it was nothing too crazy. So, I mean, it was kind of ups and downs throughout the little journey, but I was really just training at ECU with JD, Raheem, Marlon, and Teagan at a point with Coach Baggett and staff, and really just preparing for Pro Day. So that was really about my journey, man.
Good deal. And somebody caught notice because you will be heading out to Denver. Bryce, you went through the draft. You thought you were going to get picked by the Panthers. You've told that story before. And they're dead to me because they didn't draft you.
Exactly.
But you ended up going to Patriots rookie camp, right?
Yeah, I got signed as free agent to the Patriots and, finished out that whole offseason with them and then got picked up by the Rams during the season.
So, Sam said his last game was not going to be his last game.
Yeah.
This next stop might not be your last stop either, Sam. Yeah. So you gotta be ready for that. But what can Sam expect when he goes to a rookie camp, Bryce? What do you remember from it?
I guess initially it was a little bit of nerves, but just when my coach said, trust your training, Sam, be confident. You obviously have made an impact on the opportunity you took at that Gridiron combine deal you went to. Just be confident. I know you make the most of your reps, and be attentive because reps are few and far between when you got that kind of competition going on. But just be confident, do your thing, and it'll all fall into place.
And Sam, organizations like good guys too. So show that personality, and you'll get a foot in the door, I think.
Oh yeah,
most definitely.
What do you know about what's coming up, Sam? When are you heading there?
I head out March 7th, and that's really all I know about. They hit me up about flight information, but
yeah,
I'm gonna come out there the 7th, and then just be out there for the next 3 days. Really just compete, man. Just showcase my ability, like I said, man.
Yeah.
Just excited, man. So
that's awesome, man. And you get a shot with them, or Bryce, you've probably experienced this positively and negatively. Coaches latch on to players, right?
Yeah.
And that's helped you and hurt you before, you've talked about.
Yeah,
but if a coach out there sees Sam and next year he's with the Texans and says, hey, let's bring it. You know what I'm saying, Sam? So, it's like networking, like any job, right?
100%.
It's relationships. And who are you talking to, Sam? I know you got anybody you can ask advice? Coach Harrell, any players? Who you been talking to?
I talked to Rajay, actually. I
Yeah.
talked to Rajay, just the other day. Jalen Johnson, Keat, and really about to talk to Julius Wood too as well. So I mean, there's been a few guys like that graduated from East Carolina that just hit me up and just congratulated me, and then also telling me like, just keep your head down and just stay ready, man. Just work, man. It's gonna be a grind. So.
Sam, I'm a big fan of you, not just a player, but I love your personality, and so I want the best for you. But I gotta ask, do you think releasing the footage of the 3-point contest might have hurt your draft stock?
Nah, nah, man.
Okay, I just want to make sure, man. I'm not trying to hurt you. I want to help you.
Hey, that was just an off day, man. I'm telling you, I had to.
It was an off day
for the content.
I told people that you showed up a little late. You were on Sam time. Coach, I thought Coach Harrell was going to make him run a lap, but Sam wasn't playing anymore. So Sam literally walks in the rec center, picks up a ball, swishes a 3, and says, all right, I'm ready. And we were all like, damn, he's going to kill us. And then when the lights came on, he didn't do too well.
Oh, man.
Well, Sam, congrats, dude. We're pulling for you, buddy. And
definitely appreciate you, man.
Yeah, good luck. We'll keep in touch, and good luck next week, man.
Yes, sir. Take care.
All right, there is former Pirate Sam Dankah, who really showed us personality first, Bryce, when it was the East Carolina Regional here, and Wake Forest bus had just got here, and Sam rode by in his car. And he had his camera on, his video camera on, and he started chirping at him and said, get your mind right, boys. It's going to be a long weekend. Hey, Coach, get your boys ready. Nothing vulgar, nothing, just like funny trash talk. And from that point on, I was like, man, this is my guy. I love this. And the Pirates ended up knocking Wake Forest out.
Nice.
In that regional. But
you got in their heads.
Pulling for Sam, pulling for Mike Wright, and we talked off the air, Bryce, before the show about Anthony Smith. We had him on yesterday. I had to tell him I wasn't pulling for him anymore because he's a Cowboy. But that's great, man. And I asked you, Bryce, how much of an advantage do you think Anthony has when he goes to a rookie camp compared to the undrafted guys that are coming in?
Yeah, I mean, I would say he's got, fortunate, for him, he's got a heads up. The fact that the Cowboys are willing to, take a pick on him, and so obviously they're familiar with him. They obviously like what they saw. So I think he's got good odds in his favor. He's obviously a great player. I enjoyed watching him. He made huge plays for ECU and definitely stood out. So I'm looking forward to seeing how everything plays out. And I know he'll take care of business. So I'm ready to see that.
So, Bryce, you went from undrafted to you landed on the practice squad with the Rams. Yeah, and you play preseason.
Yeah, I was preseason with the Patriots. You got
hurt there, right?
Hurt, and of course, out of 18 years of playing football, I get hurt during the NFL. But
that was your first.
That was like
major
my first injury
yeah.
I've never missed a game until that. So that was an unfortunate card to be dealt. But yeah, then after the Patriots released me, I got signed by the Rams and with them the whole season. And then obviously re-signed for after the offseason to the Rams again. And then obviously McVay comes in, draft comes, and it wasn't too long after that.
That's the business, new coach.
Yep, then the journey began. And then Seahawks signed me, was with them a little bit.
Were you on any other practice squads? Were you on? Okay.
Just
preseason.
Just the preseason there and the off season and things like that. So bounced around and got a load of crap from the Seahawks, and we just want to expound on the whole journey there. So,
do you make decent when you're on that practice squad?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's not a bad place to be.
It's not a bad avenue to go for a few years. So if you can land, I don't know if there's a restriction on how many years you can be on a practice squad. It's maybe it's 3 years, but even then, it wouldn't be a bad gig.
How about preseason? Are you making anything at all?
No, not the office. Like guys like me, and unless you're like a signed vet or stuff, I mean, you don't really make much in the off season. I mean, it keeps it going, but nothing crazy.
And tight end, there's only so many spots there. That's a tough one to get. 4
or 5, whatever it is.
Yeah, but I don't know. Do you look back at your ECU days as a positive? I'm sure. How about like NFL? I mean, is it regrets? Is it bad luck? Or just the way it is?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would. I loved ECU. The NFL, obviously, it started with of course, I was very fortunate to be a part of that whole journey leading up to with the combine, the Senior Bowl. I mean, did everything that, college football player wants to go through. So I'm very thankful in that. The draft every year kind of was like, forget about it. Now see, of course, replaying everything. Decision was made, and then the whole Panthers bull crap. That was
you said you had some agent stuff too, or maybe didn't get the best advice or something.
Yeah, I don't feel like I got at that time. I know a lot going on, but it would have been nice to be at least told to, hey, take the first call. That one, because they obviously go down the list. I mean, I got like 5 or 4 phone calls after the draft, but the Panthers said they were going to either draft the punter and then pick me up right after, or draft me, and then it'd be history. So I was sort of waiting on them. And what was it? The Saints, Green Bay Saints, Steelers, and somebody else, and a few teams the day after. And I'm like, well, thanks, because if they're going from the top of their list, as soon as the draft was over, I got like 3 phone calls.
And you're saying what? I'm sorry,
hey,
but the Panthers.
Thanks. I'm waiting to see my opportunities like a jackass. But I had no guidance with it. I should have said yes, and I would have either been, I think it was either Green Bay or the Saints. I would have been done, locked in, got more money. Not that was the big thing, but that was obviously helpful. But knowing that you're at the top of their boards, would have been it's a good thing, and it kind of dwindled, and just the whole crap show after that.
Jamie says eventually an ECU player will make the Seahawks. Holton couldn't quite get there in a regular season game. I remember back in the day, Carl Lester Crumpler Jr. was a Seahawks tight end, because I remember him scoring against the Redskins, and the Redskins radio network was like not making fun of his name, but just talking about how interesting of a name it is. Yeah, Carl Lester Crumpler, what a name.
Yeah,
the Pirate. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk to B-Man, Brandon Manning. Big baseball game tonight, Bryce. We got Pirates and Pack in Raleigh.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And we'll go Pirate Radio Outdoors as well. Got to check in with J-Bone, too, at some point. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
Jeff Stein here at Brown & Wood Buick GMC. Pirate Nation, get ready. It's baseball season. You got hot dogs, apple pies, and GMCs. That's right, GMC 1500s. You got 0% or 20% off. $11,549 off when you have a trade-in, and we have over 50 to choose from. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservation. Larry Steakhouse.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit WBCChamber.com.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. Members experience in-person service, competitive savings and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Now let's head back to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Bryce Williams joining us. Shirley Rhodes here. We got Zach, who has put in a full day's work. Appreciate you, Zach, because Jared Watkins is in Raleigh. We'll try to check in with him before we get out of here. Right now, we'll go to the Turner Home Team Live line and talk to B-Man, Brandon Manning, who joins us. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, guys. Sorry. I know I promised Bryce I would be in there to see him.
He did, didn't he?
Yep.
Something came up.
Shocker.
I had to say the missus, no. My baby girl turned 16, and she got my wife's car, and we hadn't picked up a new car for my wife yet. So me and the missus are actually driving down the road to pick up a car as we speak.
So car shop.
You act as if that's like, I thought it was going to be emergency or something.
Me too. I thought it was your daughter's birthday.
Yeah, is Hannah with you?
Hannah is with me.
Okay. Don't let her hear this, but every week we learn more and more how high maintenance Hannah is. I'm just kidding. Hannah's awesome.
Jeez. Hey, I see who's more important, your wife or me. Whatever.
I mean, like I said.
Hey, Brandon, things come up in life, and that's why insurance is so important. And you can help people out with that, right?
I can, guys. Anytime you need me, just call. The number's out there.
Anytime. I might.
What is the number?
252-531-1812.
All right, Brandon Manning, Farm Bureau. B-Man, Pirates, double-digit runs in all 4 victories last week. You called for it. Mully's called for it. Everybody's called for it. We saw that offense that we've been hoping for.
Yeah, it was great to see. We looked more relaxed. I think we got a few under our belt, had a few guys see the ball get hit well. And we're starting to piece it together at the right time. You know, you hear about all these things in the world where they're getting hot at the right time, and I feel as though that's the Pirates right now. I mean, we're on up there in RPI on a few different sites. We're number 15 on the RPI, which would make us, if we finish strong, which would make us what, Clip? A regional host. And I mean, I don't think we're that team.
Yeah.
But the possibility is out there.
And look, it's so reactionary. If we did a show once a month, it would be a little different, but we do a daily show. So we're reacting to every single pitch of every inning of every game. And that's why it's so up and down. And right now, Brandon, I mean, obviously trending in the right direction, but gone from, man, we're going to have to win our conference tournament. And maybe they still do, but now you're in a spot where you're looking pretty decent as an at-large if you keep on, winning every weekend.
Oh, yeah. But college baseball and his baseball in general is a very, I guess, toxic environment in that you play so many games you're seeing on a day-to-day basis. It's not like football where, all right, we played Saturday. This is what happened. Let's talk about it for a week. You sort of beat a dead horse every once in a while in football. But baseball, there's something new to talk about on a daily basis. And I think sometimes that's good and bad. We can talk about the positives, but we can also really, really hone in on the negatives a whole lot, which is very bad when it comes to players listening.
That is true. I mean, Bryce, you lose a game and say you got a bye week the next week. Well, that's 2 weeks where we're just talking about a loss. Mm-hmm. So it's in baseball, you can flip it pretty quick, and the Pirates are on the uptick right now. Same conversation I had with you last time, B-Man, when these teams played. You got a lot of state buddies, just like I do. It's a fun rivalry, a friendly rivalry. The 10-3 score, which the Pirates didn't score till late in that game, it was even worse than that. And that can't, I hope, indicate that State is that much better than ECU. You got to hope it was an off night. How you feeling about the rematch coming up tonight in Raleigh?
So I haven't followed State as well as I have in the last few years. My best friend played at State, and with A-Mac there as well, I followed him a little bit better. But this year I haven't followed him as much, and I looked up, and they're not having a great NC State year here recently. College sports is all, what have you done for me lately? And NC State baseball hasn't done anything lately. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get them playing bad and we get us upticking very good. And it's a good end. It's a good end to this series for this year. You want to win late in the year, and you especially want to win, this game, being that, hey, they're a local team, from our general region, and that says a whole lot when it comes to seeding and things like that if we do get an at-large bid. So I think we're going to win tonight. I really, really do. We did not use a whole heck of a lot of pitching over the weekend, which is very great for us. But I think our hitters are starting to come into it a little bit. If we can just get Irby he's crept up to the top step, but he hasn't taken that final step yet into what he was last year, and I'm hoping he does that right here directly.
Brandon Manning joining us on the Turner Home Team Live line. Brandon, while I got you here, the Red Sox don't just fire Alex Cora. They fired 5 members of the staff, including the hero, Jason Varitek, the captain, the World Series champion. And wow, I didn't realize this. Varitek was in his 30th year with the organization as a player and a coach. I do see he will be reassigned to a new role within the organization, so he's not completely done. But you're a Red Sox fan. What did you think of that overhaul this weekend?
So yes, they said that about Varitek, but if you go back and look at some of the insider trading tips, if you will, he's not going to be associated with anything for the Red Sox.
That stinks.
And they just did that to save face with a little bit, because Alex Cora did play for the Red Sox, but he wasn't a dude. Varitek was one of the dudes. He was one of the maniacs, one of the crazy guys. He was one of those guys forever. But you know what? Cora wasn't really the lineup that they have in their organization is meant on speed and hitters, not power hitters. We're going to play a lot of defense. We're steal bases. We're going to do anything. And Cora didn't set them up to win like that. They didn't do any bunting. They didn't steal a lot of bases. And then they bring up the guy from AAA who won a lot of games with a lot of these guys. And his first game in, he changes the lineup around. Jarren Duran has four stolen bases, and he's hitting the ball, and they're bunting over. They're playing some Cliff Godwin offense, if you will, and they've won some games. So, hey, sometimes it just doesn't work out. I'm not a big fan of the current the management of the Red Sox, general manager or the owner. I don't think that they're in tune with what the organization is historically. When you don't go after great players who say, hey, I would love to play for the Red Sox, or keep guys who like Bregman who were here and things like that. It does hurt a lot of your fan base, and I think that's what's going on with the Red Sox right now. If they blow it this year and they don't finish strong and they finish, they have a Cub-like year, if you will, all the what ifs, and have a bad record, then I would like to see the general manager get fired as well, because he brought in this team. He did everything. He didn't sign Bregman. He didn't go after Alonso. He didn't get a lot of these guys that were out there, and he didn't go get another top end of the rotation guy. He got a guy that was pretty good, but he didn't go get a top end rotation guy, which is what I thought they needed.
Zach Kaplan in the chat, fired up about it. We'll talk to him coming up on Thursday, as he'll be rooting for his Celtics tonight. Brandon, we'll let you run as we do. How you feel about this week? And, two questions. First of all, tonight, saw the over-unders 14.5. NC State is the favorite. What do you think about tonight's game?
14.5 is a pretty good number. I do think later on in the year your offense is, catching back up with your defense and your pitching. I don't know what pitching they have or what they did this weekend. So they're probably going Johnny Holstaff, where we got a rested Sean Jenkins, I feel like, and he can give us some innings, of quality innings. That's a quality arm, and we got some other guys that didn't pitch a lot this weekend that I think are going to be good. 14.5 is good, but I think ECU wins tonight.
Right.
I think you're a 9-6 tonight, ECU, somewhere in those range.
And I know you're going to go at least 3-1. How's the week go against Memphis? Are we 3-1 or 4-0 this week?
Man, I'm going to call. Normally, what I say is 2-3 on the road in the weekend or whatever. But I think I'm going to call another sweep.
All right, that'd be huge.
Sweep this weekend. Oh, it'd be very, very, very huge, very huge. So, that's that. But,
all right.
I still owe you guys dinner for earlier on in the year.
All right, B-Man. Tell Hannah she's awesome.
She is looking at me. We have pulled into the car lot. She got out of the car.
All right.
Come right into the car, so we're there.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
Yes, sir, man. Bye-bye.
Brandon Manning joining us. Bryce, do you want to do Pirate Radio Outdoors now and leave, or take a break and do Pirate Radio Outdoors? I'm giving you the option.
I could do, we'll do it now.
Let's do it now. Pirate Radio Outdoors brought to you by Stroud's Marine. The girls were going crazy the other day there was a Canadian goose in the field behind the house, and I guess they enjoyed that.
If you said a turkey, I'd be
no, not a turkey.
Knocking on your door. Mr. Clip, can I get permission?
I didn't even Google it, but I just took their word for it. But they were very excited to see a Canadian goose in the backyard. And apparently Lily said that's her favorite bird. Who knew?
Really?
Very random. But anyway, what have you been seeing outdoors?
We got to go out into the turkey woods, and so I've just been scouting. We hunted Saturday morning pretty hard, had them fired up, and just very persistent on them. But man, they would not come our way. I guess they locked up with some hens first thing, and just once they do that, you might as well just wait till late in the morning until they separate again. We made I walked 5.5 miles that morning in the woods trying to hunt one down, strike one up.
Hey, you got your steps in.
Oh, I got my steps in. And of course, they always catch you, not literally, but not rhetorically, but whatever, metaphorically, with your pants down. We made our loop across the section of the property, and where we sort of walked into the woods initially, we're coming back out on the loop, and like, I just haven't really seen them pitch down this field really. So as soon as we come out of the clearing, there's a male, I didn't see a beard hanging, so I'm just gonna tell myself it was a Jake, but it was a male bird, right there. And if we would have called, more than likely he was all by himself, would have fired him up, gobbled, and we could have more than likely got the deal done. But of course, we're like, we met her, did the best we could and walk out, and he's right there. Didn't call nothing and spook him out. I'm like, goodness gracious. And then they were out there in the field Sunday evening. 2 longbeards, I saw them because they're like 30 yards off the road. But of course, they were right there, and I was driving. And so the chase continues. So we'll keep at it. We literally only have 2 weeks left, Zach. The 2 weeks? This weekend next? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it is short. As fast as it comes.
Just a month.
It leaves just as fast.
I ask a lot of dumb questions during this segment because I'm ignorant. So, Zach, you're about to take a job whitewater rafting. Am I right about that?
Yes, supervisor of it.
Supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb question. Could you somehow find a quiet spot or an anchor, I don't know, and fish in rapids? Is that possible? Is there any wildlife out there?
On a natural river, a lot of the rafting companies will have trout expeditions as well. And you take a whitewater raft and you go down smaller rapids, but then trout fish and float down the river in the raft while you fish.
All right.
They do that a lot out west.
Wasn't the dumbest question I've ever asked.
No.
Okay.
No. Completely reasonable.
Anything out there in them woods around the...
Oh, we had a deer actually jump into our man-made channel last year, and we had to take a raft down the channel. We had to usher the deer to the bottom of the channel, and then we had to pick the deer up, not easy, into the boat, take it to a ramp, and then help it out.
God.
And it was very tired,
Yeah.
so we kind of had to leave it there and let it finally walk away. But yeah, that was quite fun.
I'm sure trying to round up a wild deer.
I know.
Yeah. It was panicking because it was in
Yeah.
rapids, so...
Wild stuff.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
All right, Pirate Radio. Hey, a lot going on outdoors.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
You never know what's out there.
Never know.
What's out your window?
Never. Just take a peek.
Stroud's Marine, the place to go if you need parts for your boat. Bryce is a very happy customer, and they will get you ready to roll. What you doing? What are you looking forward to, I guess, in the summer months, Bryce?
Besides the baby in June.
Wait.
Yeah.
We knew that.
Yeah, you knew that.
Okay.
Yeah. You had to. Lots gone on since I probably told you.
Okay. Maybe.
But besides that, we'll be.
Did we know that? Did you know that, Shirley?
I think so.
I'm never here on Tuesdays. I don't know.
That Bryce is having another baby?
No.
I don't think we knew that.
Really?
Surprise.
Are you sure? She's been preggo since October.
Dude. You didn't tell us.
I don't think so.
I don't recall
Really?
you ever saying
And
anything.
if you did, I feel bad now, but I'm just going to say.
I don't know.
I don't remember you saying anything about it.
Huh.
Well,
now I know.
Now you know.
All right.
So we're expecting in June.
So you got a big catch coming in June.
Big catch coming in June, a little girl.
Awesome.
But hopefully can get out fishing. I'm going to try and at least go to the beach and do something. So the summer months will be the early summer. We'll be fishing as much as I can, and then the end of the summer, that'll be up for discussion.
All right, Jamie is an attentive listener. He knows everything. It's at least not been said on this show because he said we didn't know that. So you may have told. I don't think you told me private either. So I'm going to say I didn't know that.
How did I?
She's been preggo since October.
I'm kind of ashamed. If I didn't say it,
well, that's all right.
Second time around, you just
keep your pants on. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Thank
so,
you.
Wow.
Bryce and Davis will have a little sister. Very cool.
It's going to be a girl dad.
Yeah, I know.
That's fun, man. You think
I know you're a girl dad.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Bryce, we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, thanks y'all for having me.
Appreciate you joining us. We'll take a break, come back, more to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. We'll see if we got any other bombshells to drop.
I know.
When we return after this.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choosing the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Doug Henry of Greenville is your premier used car dealership with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily to take care of all your needs. Doug Henry offers the best selection of used cars around, and it's easy to find right on the corner of Greenwood Boulevard and Memorial Drive. You can also find them at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken-Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.com.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
If you're looking for a weekend getaway that feels close to home but far from ordinary, head on down to beautiful Washington. Enjoy the scenic waterfront views while visiting local shops and dining at some of the best restaurants Eastern North Carolina has to offer.
Make a night of it in a cozy bed and breakfast. And during baseball season, catch an exciting East Carolina Pirates baseball weekend just a short drive away. Plan your trip today at visitwashingtonnc.com.
You know Pip Printing for custom printing and marketing, but do you know they also do custom apparel? Need a company store for your employees, team, or just to sell your custom apparel online? Pip has the team in place to get that up and running for you in no time. Come into our store at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville and check out the clearance sale on jackets and coats. Brands by Cutter & Buck, Gildan, and Carhartt with some items as low as $10. At Pip, we do a lot more than you think. Call or come out to see the We Do people at Pip Printing.
Chico's Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Xavier Smith, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Your dream home starts with an unshakable foundation. At Unshakable Builders, they don't just build houses, they build trust. From blueprint to keys, their expert team is with you every step of the way. You dream it, they build it. Visit unshakablebuilders.com to start your journey home the right way. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. This will be interesting to Zach and probably nobody else. You were talking about it earlier, though, Zach. PSG beat Bayern Munich. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Bayern Munich.
All good there.
5-4 in the highest scoring Champions League semifinal on record.
Wouldn't doubt that at all. And they have a whole other game to go.
So usually when the good teams play, it's low scoring.
Yeah. It's usually a lot of defense.
5-4, highest scoring Champions League game, semifinal on record.
Yes.
There you have that on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Jarrett might have hung up because we're talking about foreign sports. We'll talk about America's pastime now with Jarrett Watkins on the Turner Home Team Live Line, Pirates and Pack. He is in Raleigh. What's up, J-Bone?
What's up, Clip? I was pretty close to hanging up.
I know.
Talking soccer, I mean, I think you could have waited about 15 minutes.
You're right. That was on me. Bad hosting, and I will promise to do better. Let's talk baseball, Jarrett. The first time around, this is one of the ugliest performances by the Pirates. One of the performances, I would say, that had the fans kind of most up in arms and complaining about this baseball team. So revenge on the minds. You want to make up for that, but also you just want to keep playing well, and East Carolina's doing that right now, coming off last week.
Yeah, on a 4-game win streak, putting up double-digit runs in each of those 4 games. I mean, you look back at the Carolina game, you look back at the first Duke game, and it's like, all right, you got punched in the mouth, how are you going to respond? And they came out in Durham against Carolina in the Bull Stadium, punched them right back, and then they took care of business at home against Duke. I'm expecting them to do the same thing on the road here in Raleigh.
All right, I haven't looked at the lineup. I'm sure we got one out. Who's on the mound tonight for ECU?
Nick Moran on the mound. I really like this lineup tonight. You got Maggle Kalin, Nick Parham at shortstop, and then the rest is just about the same. I think the order is just about the same. Austin Irby may have moved up a bit after really getting his bat warm this weekend.
Yeah, Irby is sixth. We talked about Sabater yesterday. He's been coming on, and I said, Davin Whitaker, you can make him the MVP, and then Mully quickly said, Jack Herring, your offensive MVP. I mean, right now, that the lineup looks dangerous, obviously, the way they've been hitting lately, J-Bone, but no weak spots in that lineup, looking at it on paper.
Yeah, I mean, for the first part of this season, everybody's kind of worried about the power hitting with the lack of home runs, but that's really come on these last couple weeks, so I think we can hit a few tonight. The wind is not really much of a factor. But you got 327 to left and right. I think we can get a few out.
Have you looked at the line on this, Jarrett?
No, I have not.
All right, let's play guess the total. What do you think the total is?
Man, it's got to be low teens. I'll go 13.5.
Oh man, close. 14.5.
Man.
So yeah, you're all over it. How's any crowd there? As we are about 16 minutes away.
It's a light crowd. I mean, State not having the best season, and I mean, there's a lot of local games, high school games going on in Eastern North Carolina with playoffs coming up next week. I believe I'm the only media member out here, so it'll make for a fun post game. But the crowd not heavy.
Oh man, we'll get that Jarrett and Cliff one-on-one exclusive we've been waiting for. Or if ECU wins, go interview Elliot Avent.
Yeah,
that'd be cool too. All right, J-Bone.
Absolutely, Coach. I did talk to the father of Connor and Ethan Norby, and he told me to tell you hello, Clip, and that this is a relaxing night for him.
Yeah.
Connor doesn't have to face Shohei, and Ethan gets to sit in the dugout and play with the chart.
That's cool. David, is that his name? I believe David Norby.
I believe so.
Papa Norby. That's cool, man. Jared, you would be very proud of Zach. We knocked out 4 Studio C interviews. We got 2 of them up on the show. We got 2 coming later. He's done video production. He has done a great job today.
Yeah, I told him yesterday I got a $50 OT's gift card coming his way for filling in for me today in the studio.
You know how many chef salads that is? Man.
Let's see. What are they, like $8 a piece, 50. I mean, you're looking at a good what, 5? 6?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 6 maybe. Yeah. All right, J-Bone, appreciate you, man. Good report.
Yep, thank you, Clip.
And you know what? I'll tell him tomorrow, but Jared has gotten a lot better at his reports. He used to sound like he was like coming to us live from a bridge he was about to jump off of. Hey, Clip. Yeah. Gonna play baseball. So we got Jamie's vibe check, Chandler's vibe check. What's yours, Zach?
I keep bouncing back and forth of whether this is going to go really well or it's going to be like the last time. But for some reason, I'm feeling better this time. I'm going to go 8-1. 8.1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so kind of high.
I'm like a 5-5. Like, I think we can win. I don't know. I'm just nervous how it went last time.
My vibes are only so high because it's our best RPI opportunity left. It's an away game with a high-ish RPI team, so we need the win bad.
Jamie says, all-star show. Clip, Shirley, Zach, no issues. Bringing stuff up on cue. I mean, flawless.
No flubs. Send it.
Got through it all.
Do we have that? Do we have that?
Yeah, actually.
I always like hearing Dan Marino get mad. It's fun.
Give me a second. I got to find it.
I like the clip where he's on, I think it's like Inside the NFL, and he bangs on the table. He's got some anger issues.
I just got to find it.
All right, no problem. I tell you what, we got to take another break. So when we return, you'll hear Dan Marino have no flubs, and we will get ready to wrap up a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We are back with you after this timeout.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, showcasing world-class entertainment and delivering exceptional experiences for every guest. Visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com for more information.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie! Play ball!
Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
What's up? This is Bryson Worrell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was down 25 points today and closed at 49,141. The NASDAQ fell 223 points and finished at 24,663, and the S&P dropped 35 points and ended the day at 7,138. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Jamie talked about how great the show's been going. Jerry says AI must be working well today. Thank God Wes pays for AI.
I pay for AI.
He says, I wonder what AI's vibe check is. Don't speak that into existence. All right, yeah. Do we have Dan Marino? All right. No flubs.
You'll get round-trip airfare and tickets to a game, a complete uniform, and a chance to meet me. Stay tuned. I'll have details on how to enter, and we'll be announcing a winner later tonight.
Okay, it was a little long, and I think you flubbed on that last.
Did not flub at all.
No, it wasn't a flub.
There was no f***ing flub. It was not a flub.
You want to see that playback?
No, come on, let's do it.
Okay. Just a hair. Ready? Go. Take 3, 25-second version, and action.
Hi, I'm Dan Marino from the Miami Dolphins. Welcome to Visa NFL Quarterback Club Week on. I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving Day. We have more NFL action on Sunday starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, but tonight you'll get a chance to be my backup quarterback for a day. You'll get round-trip airfare and tickets to a game, a complete uniform, and a chance to meet me. Stay tuned. I'll have details on how to enter, and we'll be announcing a winner later tonight.
Perfect.
Can send it in.
Okay. You want to see a playback on it?
Nope. I don't want to see.
All right. I love how the guy said you flubbed. Dan said no effing flubs, and he said, well, you didn't flub. Like, he backed off of the flub comment immediately. He knew he messed up when he told Dan Marino he flubbed.
Well, because Dan Marino doesn't.
He doesn't flub. There was no
flubs. You have to send it. I also have the freak out.
I think this is more visual, but let's hear it, Shirley. You can hear the bang on the table. Let's hear it. All right.
Because of Brian Griese, he's the #1 rated quarterback, and there's a good reason why.
I talked to my man Terrell Buckley last week in Miami. He was on a bye week, by the way, playing golf. He told me that defense is
The guy beside him said, Jesus. We could not have Dan Marino in front of a camera, which if you saw Ace Ventura, you know you shouldn't put Dan Marino in front of a camera. One of the worst acting jobs I've ever seen. Who are you? But you know what? His job was to sling a football.
Yeah, he's a quarterback.
It's not his fault they put him in front of all these cameras.
I got AI's vibe check, by the way.
Jamie, this is mean, Shirley. Jamie said Dan Marino doesn't flub and doesn't win Super Bowls. Ooh.
Well,
and you know what? He's still going to be cooler than you, Jamie.
What did you say?
I have the AI vibe check.
Okay.
Yeah, ChatGPT put ECU's vibe check at a 5.5.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Recent history's rough. Vegas leans NC State. ECU has the momentum check.
You can get a vibe check from AI?
Yes, you can.
Oh my
God. Ask it the right way.
He's literally looking at it right now.
Very much a coin toss, though, it says.
I hate that it had the same exact number to the decimal that I had.
You think like a machine.
I got a machine head.
You and Wes.
Better than the rest.
Better than the rest. All right. Other things going on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. You keeping up with the other Stanley Cup series, Zach, at all?
My roommate's a big hockey guy, so I've been hearing about it through him. So I have been keeping up.
Sabres can close it out tonight against the Bruins.
They can.
3-1 in Buffalo. The Wild and the Stars tied at 2.
That's been a great series.
That one in Dallas tonight. And, Anaheim has a 3-1 lead over Edmonton. I am just finding this out.
Yeah, that's the one I haven't been keeping up with.
And that is tonight in Edmonton as they try to stay alive. Wow. All right. Trey Savage on the mound tonight.
Yep, against my Red Sox.
Oh. All right. So
against the pitcher he has pitched against.
Mm-hmm. Peyton
in
Toll.
college.
So where'd he go?
Wichita State.
Yep.
Oh wow. Red Sox surely though have won 2 in a row, right? Since the massacre, the Boston Massacre.
Yes,
3 in a row.
3 in a row.
3 in a row, but we're still under interim status. You know, we win a few games when we have an interim
It's
coach.
the honeymoon period.
Yes, it's the honeymoon phase right now, and the Phillies are getting ready to go through that right now too.
Yep. Braves trying to stay hot against the Tigers tonight. What else we got in baseball? Bailey's Cubbies in San Diego. What you got?
I was going to say, coming up tomorrow, little day baseball. The big rig, Gavin Williams, will get the start for Cleveland tomorrow. I think first pitch is 1:10.
You are correct.
So, yeah, it's a little day baseball we can keep up with tomorrow.
The Guardians are 15-15. Gavin has a 4-1 record. He is doing his part.
Oh, yeah.
See if anybody else can chip in. 3.28 ERA. I know he won last game, but did give up some runs, but he got some run support, so that was good to see.
And that's something the Guardians have not typically done it well in the past.
Yeah. All right. Good show. Let's give ourselves a hand.
Also, Shane Wickler's ball club, ECU softball, playing NC State in Raleigh tonight as well. First pitch is also at 6 o'clock, so that's going to be a big matchup. They're looking for their first win over the Pack since 2023.
Wow.
Let's keep rolling with great shows coming up later this week. Coming up tomorrow, David Pollock, former Bulldog, Georgia Bulldog, joins Ellerby, and Cincinnati Bengal joins Ellerby. You will hear that on this program. Evan Cohen from ESPN Radio going to join us later this week. Also a chat with Jim Zoki to talk Panthers draft and close up ECU spring ball, and Mike Maniscalco later on this week as well. So a lot coming up as we roll on at Pirate Radio Live. For Shirley Rhodes, for Zach Lewis, I am Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville.